Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, everybody. And welcome on back to Randomized Perfection. We've been going at it for a while now. This is almost stream 40 of Randomized Perfection. Man, we must be getting pretty close to being done now, right? Like, how many goals do we have out of our total amount of goals that we need? Let's find out. We got to be getting pretty close by now, right? Like 40 streams in over like 140 hours into the stream or into the challenge. You got to imagine we're getting pretty close to being done, right? Like what challenge could take could take so long? Allie, good to see you, by the way. Good to see you. I'm glad you're able to make it. Long time no see. Welcome on in. Don't know any of the commands anymore. Exclamation point commands. And also, Nightbot hasn't woken up yet, apparently. There it is. 18 out of 564 goals. We're pretty close, then. We're pretty close. What percentage is that? It's like 3%? Something like that? So unbelievably close. I mean, we're closer than it might seem. Lizard's Tail, by the way. Thank you very much for being a member for 4 months at the Electron level. I'm getting some good use out of our new emotes. Can we get some Argon Gold in chat if you got it? Appreciate that. And Llama for the 11 months of support at the Neutron level. 1 year closing in. Hey, yourself. Argon Gold. Argon Greed also works. You know what? They both kind of fit similar niches. Why no pie emote? I am out of emote slots for right now. Maybe I could swap one of them out for a pie emote eventually, but for now I'm leaving it as it is. And Allie for being a member for 16 months at the Electron level. Amazing mod and amazing supporter. There's yours. We can now drive 16 years, baby. Heck yeah. Hollis, oh my god, this must be that time of the month where like where the memberships all renew, right? Being a member for 2 months at the Electron level gets so much easier after we build the clock. I certainly hope so. I mean, it couldn't possibly get much harder, could it? Dot space dot. What is this for? That's Argon Smart. That's when I'm being a little smart boy. When I pull out and like, actually, the chance to get any given seed in Skull Caverns is actually only 4.6% per treasure room, which means that on average, if we go across roughly 700 treasure rooms, we should expect to get a chance at the seed that we desire approximately 13.44% of the time. That's what that one's for. Either way, very excited to get into it today. Before we do get back to Fractured Farm, we do have a little bit of fan art to go over. Starting with, well, actually only with, because I think we only got the one piece today, but it's like 4 pieces in one. Simber, I don't know if you're in chat, but this was by Simber on YouTube here. It always amazes me how like detailed and meticulous you can get with Sims 4, because this is made in Sims 4 to my knowledge, and this is I mean, there's no mistaking, it's Beatrix and Iota. It's so well done. The rainbow socks, there's the rainbow socks and there's the fiery socks that Iota is wearing. It's so good. Very, very well done, Simber. I'm always astounded at the stuff that people can pull off in Sims 4, honestly. It's one of those games, I think I played it like 1 time, and I was overwhelmed by the choices. Very nicely done, Simber. Thank you for this, and thank you to all the fan artists who contributed over the past year and a bit. If you'd like to share your own fan art, there's a link to the Discord in the description below the stream, or !Discord. And you can find out, and you can find the fan art channel over there to let us know how you want to be credited, if you want to be credited, and all that good stuff. Love the Pride socks. We love ourselves some good Pride socks around here. Hey there, Laisha. I also saw, Annika. You have a migraine? Rest well. I've never had a migraine myself, not to my recollection anyway, but I know a lot of people who get them, and anecdotal evidence tells me it's not great, so rest well. I've gotten you addicted to Palia. RSB, I'm so sorry to sink away all your free time like that, to siphon it away, but I mean, there's worse things to use your free time on. All right, let's go ahead and get this party started, shall we? We are just shy, if I remember our gold count right from last stream, we're just shy of the 5 million mark, so we're almost halfway. We're gonna hit halfway this stream. Do you think there's a chance, a snowball's chance in heck, that we get to 6 million today? If we really push. I think there's a chance if we really push Beatrix to the breaking point that we might be able to get there. It would take a lot, but I fully believe we can do it. Though it would be very nice. What are we currently at? Let me show you. We are currently at $4,923,318, and it's only going up from there. We might be able to get there. I really have to, you know, put all my focus in and put my nose to the grindstone if I want to get there. I don't know if we've ever made more than 1 million gold in a day, so this would be a world first if we could make it happen. So let's get started, shall we? We don't want to. If we're not going to waste any time, let's start by not wasting any time. That seems like a great place to begin to me. All right, we start piling our diamonds in there. The jades go into the convenience fridge. The mushrooms go into the seed maker for maximum profit. Imagine this is your first time tuning into this stream and you see like this arcane series of things that I'm doing. Like why is he making the fall seeds? Why the diamonds go in this chest but the jades go in this chest? What's a convenience fridge? Why does he have 10,000 hay in this fridge? Imagine. Just imagine. 2 streams done. If we could do this in 2 streams, that would be amazing. This is your first time in a stream, actually. Evil Little McNuggets, welcome on in. You're very welcome here. You found yourselves in good company. I hope you're not too confused. And if you are, you know, just enjoy the chaotic ride. All right, Friday is... There's nothing special going on today. Tuesday is our Ancient Fruit Day. Wednesday is our Cask Day. Those are really the only 2 things I have to keep in mind. Other than I also have to keep in mind... Hold on, I just gotta lower the volume for myself. It's a little loud in my headphones. I think it's fine for you, but it's a little loud to me. We also have to keep in mind the fruit tree days as multiples of 3. Other than that, we should be alright. This time next week, the gold clock will be here. That seems reasonable to me. I also thought about doing, like, if my schedule lines up, I could do a longer stream for stream 40, but I don't know if it's gonna line up quite that way. Then we can get it done in stream 40, but it would probably be a heck of a long stream, honestly, if I were to try and just grind it all out at that point, because this is stream 39 that you're watching right now. 12-hour stream incoming. I'm not gonna say that it's not happening, but I'm not gonna say that it's not happening either. You know what I mean? Yeah, Tuesday is Ancient Fruit Day now because last Monday got rained out, or the last Harvest Monday got rained out. So we need to keep in mind Tuesday for Ancient Fruit. All right, these go in here as well. Mixed seeds. Hate to see it. Gold. But that Argon gold clock. Forgot how much you loved the new color scheme. On the house, it's so sleek. Oh, in the rain. This color scheme in the rain, it hits different somehow. I can't exactly explain it. It's a definite mood though. Is that what the kids these days say? Or do kids these days still say that? That's a mood? Whether they do or not, I do, so. Boom and boom. Whoops, I didn't mean to put those in there. Stacking those up. And do it like this. They do be a mood sometimes. Mood is such a great word. For being such a short word. Have you ever thought about that? Do you think there's like a proclivity for people to choose like a longer word as their favorite word just by virtue of the fact that it's longer and it sounds fancier, or it has more syllables in which to sound fancy and fun? Like, how many people's favorite word do you think is like 1 syllable long? Like, I can't think of, like, that many great one-syllable words. Mood is definitely up there. Wednesday. Wednesday is a great word. Great name, great word, great day of the week. Defenestration. Exactly. This is what I'm talking about. No ill will. Like, my favorite word is probably paradox, which is not... It's not a super long word, but it's not a super short one either, by any means. Blubber. Blubber is a great word. It is a two-syllable Marty, though. Bubbles. Bubbles is also two syllables. What's your favorite one-syllable word? You have to restrict it to a mere one syllable. No disparaging bubbles or blubber. Gust. Cat. Cat, I mean, cat just by concept alone gets a lot of points for sure. Gust sounds pretty good. You like lamp a lot? No, it's leap a lot. No, lamp is a good word, though. Horse. Cats. My favorite one-syllable word is not PG-13. You know, fair enough. All right, we're good, right? Yeah, lock it in. Bees. We do like ourselves some bees around here. Oh, bees! Bees, not the bees! As in, that slaps. I think I know the exact word you're referring to. Thwack. Anytime I think of Thwack nowadays, I just think of Thwacky, the Pokemon from Generation 8. All the bees. We actually haven't heard Bee Boss on the soundtrack in a long time. I.e., I don't think we've heard it in the last 2 streams. Well, I guess technically the last stream, like, was Palea, which we weren't playing the soundtrack for anyway, so maybe it doesn't count. The stream before that, we didn't hear Bee Boss at all, so I think we're overdue. I'm not going to force it, though. A forced Bee Boss sounds about half as good as a natural, organically spawning Bee Boss. Your mother's favorite word was azalea. Also makes me think of Pokemon, but it is a beautiful word. I feel like there's not that many words that I think of and that I hear, and the first term I think to describe them is beautiful. But azalea is there. Azalea, it's just a beautiful word. Moist. Moist would not fall into the category of being beautiful. It is one syllable. I'm not as squicked out about moist as a lot of people are, though. Like, I like a nice moist cake. A nice moist chocolate cake. Yummy. Some of my favorite things in the world are moist. Yeah, there's like nothing worse than like a dry chocolate cake. When you bite into a slice of chocolate cake and you expect it to be moist, and then it turns out to be dry because it's like stale or something like that. Ancient Fruit Day, by the way. It's extremely upsetting. Like if you've never had a piece of stale cake, count yourself lucky. That has happened to me in the past, and it's so disappointing because like cake is one of those things you bite into and you're expecting like such a grandiose experience. Like cake is a special occasion kind of food at most times. You're either like treating yourself or it's a celebration of some kind. So if you bite into it and it's not exactly the way that your imagination envisioned it, it can like ruin your day. Stale cake is depressing, exactly. Unpopular opinion, stale Cheeto Puffs are good. I used to agree with that, but as I've grown up and my palate has changed, I honestly like find like stale like snack foods like I used to be fine with like stale chips and stale Cheetos and stuff as well. But as I've grown up, like I've grown accustomed to, you know, being more normalized, I guess, in that sense, and that I don't enjoy the stale variety. I'll still eat them, and they definitely have a higher stale tolerance than cake or like a lot of other things that can go stale. But it's definitely got nothing on like a fresh bag of snackies. Unpopular opinion, cake is not good. Brownies and cookies are better. I'm willing to concede that brownies and cookies may be better for some people, but saying cake outright is not good, that's just like, that's unreasonable. Oceana, I don't think you've had a good enough cake in your lifetime yet. There are so many different varieties of cake. It's like pizza. How, like, you can't just say I don't like pizza, because that, like, you have to, that encapsulates every possible variety of pizza. That's like all 52 factorial varieties of pizza. Can't be doing that. Oh, I forgot to get a farming buff today. That's okay. I do need to save some of these ancient fruit to remake the seeds for next year. So maybe we start pivoting and doing that instead of fall seeds for a bit. One does not simply not like pizza. The one food that I can usually tolerate no matter what, if it's stale, and honestly sometimes in rare circumstances gets better when it's stale, gummy candies. Is anybody with me on this? Like a gummy bear or like gummy worms or something? A stale gummy worm kinda, it's like a different snack entirely than a fresh gummy worm. It's so much chewier, and like you just get to enjoy the experience so much more, and it's like more tactile and visceral. Like there's something amazing about it. You didn't know those could go stale? If you leave anything out long enough, it'll go stale or moldy. Those are the only two possible options. Potentially both even. They never get to that stage in your house. I usually wouldn't let them get to that stage either, because like, I mean, it's very rare that I even buy, like, gummy candies. Or, like, gummy worms specifically for myself. Gummy worms are, like, they're like a B-tier gummy candy. They're fine, but they're not my go-to option. Alright, so we're going with ancient fruit in the seed maker for right now. And tomorrow is cask day. Looking forward to that. But sometimes I do buy them at the store, and they're pre-stale, and I'm not even mad about it. One time I ate a gummy bear that was a bit too old and it was no fun. If you let them go to, like, there's a certain point of staleness where gummy candies, gummy bears, gummy worms, etc. are really good. But if you let them go too long, I'm with you. They get, like, weird and flaky, and they become, like, basically inedible. It's like a flaky rock of sugar, and it's just an unpleasant time. Alright, all this is going to the kegs. Let's go ahead and just sort that like that. Sugar-based candies are the best. Are there any other kind of candy? I mean, there are sugar-free candies. That's entirely fair, but I feel like the vast majority of candies are sugar-based. You're not wrong, though. Sugar-based candies are based. Gummy octopus is S tier. I think I've only ever had a gummy octopus one time. Chat, you know what I found the other day? For the first time in, like, literally forever. It's one of my favorite candies, but I hadn't seen them in probably, like, 4 years or more. And then I was just walking through the grocery store the other day, and I saw them for the first time just, like, sitting there on the shelf. There's just, like, a big old shelf full of large packs of high chew Japanese candy. They're like I can't even explain it. They're like these chewy little, like, almost like fruit roll-up-esque rolls. I don't know exactly how to describe it, but they're so good. If you've never had high chew, oh, it hits the spot like no other. It's probably my favorite candy. And I was hoping, because I hadn't had it in so long, I was like, will these live up to the expectation? And boy, did they ever. Seed maker is empty? No longer. I got you. Thank you for the reminder, though. Sour candy is the best. I used to be able to do sour candy, but not as much anymore. We're good, right? Yeah. Sour candy, I mean, it depends on the sour candy. If it's just like a sour gummy, then that's usually fine by me. Those are pretty good. But a lot of the times, sour candies will have that, like, rough coating of sugar on the exterior of them. Like, I think, like, the quintessential example for me is, like, sour Skittles. And if I eat, like, 3 of those, I'm having a bad time. I can't do it anymore. It's like I enjoy the taste of the first couple, and then I start scarfing, and then all of a sudden my mouth is like shredded. It's a terrible experience. Yeah, it tears your mouth up. I don't know if like there's a way to build up resilience to that. I feel like I would have at this point, because I ate a lot of sour Skittles as a child. They were my go-to snack at the movie theater instead of popcorn. Sour ice cream. Sour ice cream sounds like a contradiction. Like, won't the ice cream curdle if it's sour? Isn't that the whole idea? Maybe it's fine though. I think I have had ice cream that has like sour candies embedded into it. But the ice cream itself being sour, I don't know if I've ever had that experience. It does not surprise me that an experience like that would exist, though. Actually, I should just go get the fruit tree all at the same time here. They did a Sour Patch ice cream a while back. And cereal. Fellow Markiplier fan spotted. Maybe you're not a Markiplier fan, but he did do a video on the Sour Patch ice cream and cereals back in the day, I think. Unpopular opinion, the only good Skittle is the Lime Skittle. Lime Skittle is probably the best Skittle. I wouldn't say it's the only good one. I wouldn't quite go to that extent. But I will concede that it is the best one. Grape-flavored anything is ick. It's kind of true. I don't mind grape-flavored things every now and again. Like, certain grape-flavored candies do it right. But a lot of the, like, anytime I had medicine as a kid, it always seemed to be grape-flavored, and that kind of gave me an aversion to it. But no matter what, whether you like grape flavor or dislike grape flavor, you can't deny that grape flavoring does not live up to actual grapes. Like, actual grapes versus grape flavor, it's like an order of magnitude of difference. It's insane. Real grapes are so much better. The stream healed your migraine? Yo, Pog. Annika, I'm glad that the migraine has subsided. Even if only partially, I'm glad to have helped in whatever regard I could. I think that was more on your end than mine, but that's good to hear. Very happy for it. Hello, Quasar. You hate blue raspberry flavors, so you gotta trade a lot for the flavors you like. Yeah, people do be loving blue raspberry. Blue raspberry is kind of a cheat code for, like, because I think a lot of the other flavors, like a lot of the other fruit flavors specifically, they have the disadvantage. They have a built-in debuff for people enjoying them because the vast majority of them do not compare at all to the actual fruit they're based upon. Blue raspberry doesn't have that problem because blue raspberries don't really exist. Yeah, blue raspberry is just an artificial construct. So it's like there's no sense in worrying about it. Oh, you know what I just remember? We have materials to build a couple more silos. I should take care of that. I'll do that on the next like fruit tree day, I think, since I'm gonna be out and about anyway. Lemons are better than lemon flavoring. I would contest that one. I think lemon flavoring is pretty based. And this comes from a person who has eaten lemons like straight up, like take a lemon and take a bite out of it like an apple. And I enjoy the experience, but better than lemon flavoring? I think you're pushing it a little bit. Just a little bit. It's a little too contrarian for my taste. Banana flavor is better than banana. Banana flavor and bananas are so disparate that you can't even compare them. Plotto wants me to paint the barn. I do remember that, yeah. That'll be another thing we can do when we go to do our silo construction. We just got to paint remember to paint the barn first to match our current aesthetic. And then we can build our silos. Thank you for the reminder, Benny. One of your favorite foods is eating a lemon with salt. I don't think I've ever tried that, to be honest with you. I know there's, like, lime and salt. That's the traditional thing that goes with tequila shots, I think. I wonder if people do lemon and salt with tequila, or if just lemon and salt on its own, or lime and salt on its own, for that matter. You like cucumbers with lemon and spices? Has anyone ever tried cucumbers with vinegar, salt, and pepper on them? Like, just like a little dash of vinegar on them, and then salt and pepper. It's like it's like a weird middle ground between pickles and cucumbers. It's pretty good. You don't even have to like let it sit for that long. It's just like it takes on the flavor of the vinegar, the sourness of the vinegar, and it's so if you're not a fan of sour, then it's not going to do it for you. But for me, definitely hits the spot. I think we're good. You love cucumber salad? Yeah, there would be a similar experience in a cucumber salad, especially if you have like a vinaigrette dressing. How did we get on the food discussion so early on? Normally we try to save the food discussion for later in the stream, so we're not all hungry by the end of it. It's alright, I had lunch just before the stream. I.e., I ate a single granola bar. I did have breakfast before that, though, so, you know, it's not as bad as it might sound. Alright, today we go do our silos. We paint our new barn. Well, we'll do one silo. We want to do two ultimately, but obviously you can only get one at a time. Happy Flatworm Friday. I'm willing to celebrate flatworms, I suppose, but I don't... It's the first I've heard of it. What's my favorite fruit tree in Stardew? I really like orange trees. I can't tell you specifically why. I guess I'm like a kindred spirit with Gus in that way. I just like how they look. Oranges gotta be one of the best fruits in real life, and the Stardew approximation of them just looks so juicy and good. I'm missing 2 bananas. Oh, they're guarding the door like little banana sentinels. Alright, Monday. This is not Ancient Fruit Day. That'll be tomorrow. Officially starting college on Monday. Congratulations, Gray. That's huge. Can we get some celebration for Gray in chat? Starting college on Monday. It's a big step. Might be a little overwhelming at first, but I believe in you. Just take it one day at a time, and you'll be getting your master's before you know it, or whatever you happen to be going for. Okay, put all that away. I'm gonna go get I got time anyway, so I might as well go get the last mushroom that was in the cave over here. What are the ancient seeds for? We need a stockpile of ancient seeds to replant our crop come next spring, because our ancient seeds they're growing outside, obviously, so they'll die in the winter. So we need 138 ancient seeds for next year's crop. And the only real way to get them, or at least the best way to get them, is exactly what you're seeing right now. Hopefully it won't take too many of our ancient seeds to do it. Okay, I need my copper bars, stone, and clay. I believe that's all you need, and then the money, obviously. Dawn Time, thank you for being a member for 16 months at the Positron level. Greatly appreciate the generosity and support. If you know, you know. I think I know. I think I'm in the know with that little caterpillar friend right there. Paul. Paul is back. Paul never left. That's the secret. Rip Paul? No, Paul is safe and sound in my password. We gave him a safe home forever. With lots of caterpillars, the likes of which he's never seen. Alright, let's go ahead and we're gonna paint first. So we go and paint our final barn here now that it is paintable. Look at all the animals. Look at the, oh, there's so many animals. Oh my gosh. Oh man. There's probably like a whole side series that we're not even seeing going on in this challenge of just the animals interacting like it's a high school anime or something like that. All right. Wait, it didn't save my colors. Wait, can I hold on? Can I copy the colors from like my house? Hold on. Copy this. Okay, yeah, we can just do this again. All right, that's fine. That's fine. There's 60 animals total, so that's, you know, it adds up. All right, boom. Whoops, no, boom. And boom. And boom. We got matching barns now. All matching barns, all matching coops, all matching everything. Except for the silos, because you can't paint those, but is what it is. All right, silo number, oops, I don't mean to paint. That part's already taken care of, no need to worry about it. George Orwell's Animal Farm. All right. New silo just dropped. And then we will, and that'll take a little bit longer because of the festival that's tomorrow, the Stardew Valley Fair. And then once that one's done, we can get our next silo underway. Enjoy Lurkdom, Oceana. Why is the door still brown? Just an aesthetic choice. Trust me, if I could paint the door, I would, but what you saw, I filled in every option. I checked every box, I dotted every I, and crossed every T. Silos are not paintable, unfortunately. Alright. What if the greenhouse was paintable? But then you paint it, and then it doesn't work anymore because there's paint on your greenhouse, so the sun can't get in. It's like, well, it serves you right. Guess you have to restart now. That would be a cruel design philosophy, I would say. It's probably good that it doesn't work that way, huh? Hey there, Faye. How's it hanging? Did I zig every zag? That's probably what I forgot to do. There's always something. There's always a zig that hasn't been zagged somewhere. So true. Programmers will know. We're good to lock it in, right? Yeah. Probably because I copied from the house and not another barn. By the way, Meteorite, new Meteorite just fell as well. An explosion was heard in the night. Does the meteor on Meteor Island, previously known as Greenhouse Island, finally have a companion after all these years? What do you think? We got to go find out, of course. We already have one little meteoric couple down near the Junimo huts. Will we have a second one taking a vacation on the island? Nope, you're still a lonely little meteorite. Still a lonely. Oh, little. Can we get 07s in the chat? That's the wrong emote. 07s in the chat for the lonely meteor. Where'd the third one go? Or the fourth one, I guess, at this point. They're congregating down here. They're building a whole little clique. It's a thruple. Man, this guy up here missed the memo, I guess. He's getting shunned. I feel bad. Oh, it is also Ancient Fruit Day. I guess the meteor is a good reminder of that. They're already done. These Junimos are so efficient. Look at this. Beautiful. Thank you, little Junimo friends. He's asexual. I guess, I never asked them. I don't speak Meteor, unfortunately, so there's no way for me to really divine that, but I like that headcanon. Does not play well with others. Whatever your headcanon may be, it's just as valid as anybody else's. So, you know what? There are myriad options for our meteor friend. Are the Junimos the Koroks of Stardew? I never really put that together, but I guess they pretty much are. Just like they're literally forest spirits, so like it's pretty much a one-to-one comparison right there. Yeah, I can't believe I never like put that together. I guess, you know, Stardew and Zelda, I never conflate the two that much in my brain. Dude, I was shook for a second. I looked up here. This is our rare crow that's sitting in the bed. I thought it was Pam for a second. Can you see it? Doesn't it look like Pam snuck into our house and is sleeping in our bed? What on earth? I mean, I know we're good friends, but like, Pam, come on, we're I don't like you like that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to inform you, but at least she's not in this bed. That would be a little too forward, but still. Hey, at least Penny gets the trailer to herself for a bit. I don't know. Ham rare crow. Like when you look at that actual rare crow in its full entirety, it definitely does not look like Pam. There might be some similarities, but it's even closer to like Haley than Pam. But that specific angle was just like perfect for Pamela. Oh, what the heck? I'm forgetting the word. Pamela Paradolia. Amcrowen. Surely it already exists. I know Charlie did those. That did like a playthrough where like a bunch of things were Pam. Certainly there's a Pam Crow out there already. You love Haley so much? Evil little McNuggets, you truly are in good company then. Exclamation point Haley. Haley is our... We stan Haley around here. We have converted many a Haley dissenter around these parts. Amadolia. Pamcro mod already exists. It must. Like, most things in this game, if you thought of it, if it's a reasonable idea to think of, a reasonable cross, like a reasonable thing to exist in the game, it's probably already been modded in. Haley is your third favorite after Penny and Krobus. Neon, we're on a similar wavelength. I also love Penny and Krobus, but Haley is forever and always will be my number one. Do you think she'll be in Haunted Chocolatier? Probably not, but maybe we'll get a little reference, who knows, to the other villagers. I have to imagine there will be Stardew Easter eggs in Haunted Chocolatier when it drops. Just seems like the kind of thing Concerned Ape would do. Alright, we're good to lock it in. The rain just do not quit. At least it didn't rain on our ancient fruit harvest day. That's the main thing I would be concerned about. Thank goodness the rain does not stymie the fruit trees. If anything, it should expedite the fruit trees. They can grow like an extra day faster or something like that. That would be wild. Krobus is S tier. His room is so cool. Are you talking about the room when he moves in with you? If so, it is a banging room. It doesn't gel that well with a lot of aesthetics that people traditionally use in their Stardew homes, but you probably could build an aesthetic around Krobus entirely for your home. And I'm sure people have done that in the past. Like, people love Krobus so much, it would be crazy if they hadn't. What's the goal I'm most looking forward to? Personally, for me, it would be a backpack upgrade or craft a chest. Honestly, I mean, I've gotten so used to the way things work around Fractured Farm at this point that when we do get craft a chest or backpack upgrade or anything, I'm not going to know what to do with myself. I'm going to have too many options for like inventory management. It's going to be crazy, and I'm going to be like, it's going to be like analysis paralysis. I don't know what goal I'm looking forward to more than any though. Like on a personal level, I would love to befriend Haley, but I don't know if that's something Beatrix wants for herself. We have yet to discern who is going to be Beatrix's love interest, or if she's going to like be roommates with Krobus. If she could be roommates with the dwarf, our homie, I think that would be the way she would go for sure. Unfortunately, was not meant to be. Hear this again. But yeah, part of me does look forward to the eventual goal that's like, get a star drop from your spouse, because then that's when we get to make that choice. Right now, our only option would be Sam, which, you know, is fair play. I've never married Sam, I don't think. You got craft a chest in your randomizer literally right after the night market. You need to set up when you need to set up your usual chest layout. The night market, the trick to get chests from the night market came in super clutch. I don't even know. I mean, I guess I do know what I would have done if we didn't have that trick. I would have just bought a lot more fridges. But I'm glad that I didn't have to. Speaking of buying stuff at Robin's, though, on our next fruit tree day here, I think we can go up and get our final silo that we need. Also, speaking of that, I should refill the silos with hay pretty soon here, I think. Our animals are going to be going through them real quick. 102? Yeah, we should probably top that up. You know what's crazy is now there's room for 1,200 hay in those silos, so one stack of hay doesn't even fill it up anymore. What a world we live in. Where is my hay? It's in the convenience fridge. Stack it up as much as we can here. Fridge storage life is the good life. Keeps everything nice and crisp and fresh. Can't even be upset about that. What are we up to right now? 1196, good enough for me. Want to leave some room for the hay to breathe in there. Beatrix x Maru. Do you think Maru could handle Beatrix in all her chaotic glory? It's gonna take a lot. Like, Beatrix is a no-nonsense kind of gal. I don't know if Maru can handle it. I don't know if there's many people who could handle her, to be honest. She's a girl on a mission. She knows what she wants. Lock it in. Wait, do I have the cheese press going? I do. Okay, I just wanted to make sure, because sometimes I forget about that. In case you need some crispy clay. Exactly. Hello, by the way, Leap a lot. Hello, welcome on in. Exclamation point Leap. Crispy clay in the fridge. I think we do have our clay in the fridge, don't we? No, we keep it in that chest, in the resource chest right now. Okay. Speaking of the resource chest, it is today. No, today's not the day. Tomorrow's the day when we go out for our next silo. Why tomorrow and not today? You don't need to worry about it. But what it boils down to is we're going to be out tomorrow anyway, so, like, why not conflate the 2 days? Consolidate all of our chores into one day. That's peak efficiency right there. Both in real life and in Stardew. Do you guys have, in real life, do you guys have a day that you dedicate specifically to chores, or do you just kind of, like, do them throughout, like, just, like, randomly throughout the day, so that's not all piled into one day? I try to spread them out a little bit, but then I don't do them as often as I should, so things kind of slowly build up until eventually it reaches a boiling point, and I have to just, like, do a whole bunch of stuff on one day. So I'm kind of, like, in a weird middle ground, and honestly, it's worked for me up till now. I don't know if it's necessarily the best play. You just do them. Like some chores, you can't get around doing them, like, just when you need them. Like laundry, I guess people do have, like, a laundry day, but at the same time, like, if you need clean clothes, you kind of need clean clothes, right? Random, then kind of a bunch. Sam is short for Samson. I can't ever remember if his full name is Samson or Samuel. I want to say Samson. Saturday aspirational, Sunday night right before bed realistic. That's too honest. That's too honest and too relatable, to be honest. Sunday is chore day. I think Sunday is chore day for a lot of people. Definitely random. I tried to have two fixed days a week, but it happens when it happens. I think it's nice to have one day that you, like, theoretically dedicate to chores, but then I think you guys are hitting the nail on the head, honestly. Just do them when they need to be done, especially if it's, like, bothering your mental state. Because, like, when I was younger, I was like, if I were to live alone, I just, like, you know, I wouldn't bother as much with chores, probably. And to a certain extent, I don't. I don't have to worry about doing chores as often, because it's, like, only me that I have to please. But, like, living in a clean, tidy, chore-free space, hold on, my inventory's full, is extremely good for, like, your mental well-being. And I learned that lesson hard, for sure. I was like, oh, when I clean and the place actually, like, feels nice to exist in, it makes me happier. You have ADHD, you do your chores at 3 a.m. on a random Tuesday? Honestly, I've done that too. Sometimes I'll just, like, wake up and be like, I've got too many, I don't have any clean dishes. I gotta go clean dishes right now. Or at least, like, start the dishwasher and it'll be like 2 a.m. and I'll have the dishwasher going. And then I'll just go to sleep to the ambient sounds of dishwashery goodness. The more clutter, the worse your mental state. A cluttered desk equals a cluttered mind. I don't remember where I heard that quote, but it is a quote that I remember. I love that Iota and Pi are just, like, hanging out together here. That's cute. Dishwasher ASMR is real. Honestly, like, the amount of times I've started my dishwasher prior to going to bed, just because I like the sound of it in the background, is not negligible. It's too many to just be coincidental. Hope you don't have neighbors that dislike that. The place I live, thankfully, has, like, really, really good soundproofing, I guess. I don't know, because I very rarely hear anyone, like, outside my own walls. It's basically, like, I live in a condo, but it's basically like living alone. Or, like, living in, like, a house completely separate from anybody else. The only time I hear things is, like, if I have a window open and things are going on outside. You're right, the door is not red. Hold on, can I, like, copy... Do I copy the trim? Do I copy the... I want to fix this. I want to fix this, because now that it's been pointed out to me, it's going to drive me crazy. Okay. Trim. Okay, there you go. That works. That'll do it, I guess. I don't know why that worked, but that's... Sure, why not? Lock it in. Like, it wasn't changing color at all, but when I clicked the correct color of red, then it changed. So I don't know what the thought process was there, but you know what? We got it done at the end of the day. Alright. I don't think we have any more room for silos over here. I guess technically right there. That's a little bit... I kind of like keeping them all, like, together as much as possible. Oh, I guess you could do it, like, right there. Yeah, that's fine. Or what if we did Silo Island? What if we gave the Meteorite some silo friends? You know what, Silo Island, why not? At least one silo. There we go. Alright, that should be a decent amount of silo storage for our 60 animals. That way I won't have to worry about filling up the hay quite as often. Meteor gets a silo friend. I get the feeling it's gonna be like an enemies to friends situation. A train is passing through Stardew Valley. I already got lucky enough to get 2 leprechaun shoes on the same train, so I'm not gonna press my luck with any more trains here. I have no need. I will get some train emojis in chat, though, if you guys are feeling particularly train-like today. We can make our own train. We don't need to worry about the train in the game. Just make your own train in chat. Oh no, you missed the shoes? It's alright, it's on stream. I don't remember exactly when it happened, but it is on stream, so in theory it can be watched. Chugga 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 choo choo. Alright, today is not Ancient Fruit Day. We did everything I think we need to. I think we're good. Throwing geodes out the window. I hope your neighbors are alright with that. I hope you don't live on like the 4th floor of an apartment building or something like that, and you're just tossing geodes down to the street below. But honestly, even if you are, they should be grateful because geodes are extremely cool. Hey there, Forever Bluey. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well as well. Leprechaun shoes were lucky until they broke the stream. Oh, it was on the day that I was having, like, internet issues. I do remember that. It was, like, towards the end of that stream that we got those leprechaun shoes, I think. It was too lucky. The luck integer overflowed and broke the stream that day. I completely forgot about that. Thanks for hanging out for a bit, Allie. Enjoy your nap. Always good to see you. Don't be a stranger. And feel free to lurk or chat whenever the need so arises. Am I going to use a farm buff food in the morning? Sarah Soda Pop with the amazing intel, the amazing reminder. What farm buff food do I have? I've got a pepper poppers. I remember that. All right, pepper poppers. Then we can speed along with our chores as well and everything. And don't eat it before bed like I did that one time. That was just like a foolhardy thing to do. I don't know why my brain defaulted to that, but all right. Don't be raining. No rain. All right, so in that case, we go ahead and launch our pepper poppers. Grab all our gemstones. And from somewhere, the Junimos feel a revitalized surge of farming knowledge. They think they'll be able to help the ancient fruit grow to an even higher quality. Got like earthbound energy. Oh, today's not fruit tree day. I kind of messed this up. Honestly, that's not that bad. Not that big of a deal, though. Nightbot doesn't like you. Nightbot doesn't like you. Nightbot is fickle at the best of times. I wouldn't take anything that Nightbot does or doesn't do personally. Nightbot is just, you know, asleep at the wheel sometimes. Didn't know the farm buff affected Junimos. It doesn't make any sense that it should, but it does, and I'm so glad for it. Even if we only get a few extra high-quality ancient fruits out of the deal, it's still better than nothing. Alright, I'm going to give the Junimos time to harvest. And I'll use that time productively to make some more ancient seeds. We'll head down at like, I don't know, like 8 o'clock, something like that. 8 o'clock, 8:30. But might as well pump this seed maker full of ancient juice here. Good time for a hydration break as well. Everyone, this is your stream mandated hydration break. Take a sip of whatever you're drinking. And let us know in chat what you happen to be sipping on right now. It could be water, could be soda pop, could be tea, coffee, whatever you got. Take a swig. Liquid IV. Coffee. My water bottle is empty. Wait, liquid IV, like an IV that goes like into your veins, or is liquid IV something else that I'm not privy to? Because that's quite a that's a drink for sure. It's a liquid 4. What the heck is liquid 4? I only know 3 liquids: water, pop, and tea. Those are the only 4 liquids. It's an electrolyte drink. I got you. It's like a Gatorade sort of thing. Salt water? Probably don't drink salt water if I had to give you a suggestion. I know you're not asking for suggestions, but unless you're trying to induce nausea, I don't think salt water is the way. What about juice? Juice is just flat pop. That's how they make juice. Is they just like make pop and then they just let it sit out until it becomes flat. Hey there, local rat. Good to see you. Woke up from a nap, so it's water time. Lesbian, welcome on in. Juice is liquid fruit. Then what's gaseous fruit? Chat, if fruit is the solid and juice is the liquid, what's the gas version of fruit? Cotton candy? I don't think cotton candy is quite gaseous enough. Cotton candy is like a semi-state between solid and gas. It's not liquid, it's like its own special thing. I think cotton candy is like the 5th state of matter. Today's a big day. It's multiple of 3 plus cask day, plus we got jelly. Holy, everything just lines up sometimes. This is like when all the planets align. Vapes? I don't know anything about vapes, so I plead the 5th on this conversation. But I do know that they come in a variety of flavors, so that probably checks out. The smell of fruit? Do you smell because things are giving off like a gas that you smell? Or how does smell work, chat? How do noses work? Let's learn. Is everything you smell a gas? Or is it something? Are there other factors at play? There's no shot, right? It can't just there's to be like gases coming off of everything that's smelly. I guess the way it's always worked in my brain is that there's like little particulates of things. Not necessarily gas, but small enough particulates that they float through the air and arrive at your nostrils. And then that's what you're smelling, is like the little baby particulates of nasal infiltration. You smell the particles of the thing. I was right! Little bacon particles in your nose. Olfactory receptors. Speaking of great words, olfactory. Vapors are kind of suspended particles. There must be a categorical difference, though. Like, gas is not just suspended particles. Gas is like the electrons of whatever material is gaseous. Ooh, we got gold star fruit now, by the way. Gas is like the electrons of whatever material has been gasified are whizzing around so fast that they like can't hold, that they turn to gas. That's plasma? No, plasma is when the electrons detach from the atoms, and it makes like an electron soup. I think. I could just be speaking out of my you-know-what, but I think there's at least some truth to what I'm saying. Like, isn't that why things get solid, liquid, and gas? Like, the more you heat something up, the more the electrons vibrate and move around, and that's what causes the state change. Like, when something is solid, like, the electrons have very little movement going on about them. When it's liquid, they're a little bit more fluid. When it's gas, then it's like they're whizzing all over the place. And when it's plasma, they're just like, the electrons are like, we're taking over now. It's a hostile takeover of electrons. Electrons are not special for atoms. Is it just the atoms themselves and not the electrons? Oh, it's the whole atoms, not the electrons. Okay. I'm confusing. I'm confusing, and I'm confused, but I think I understand now. It's the atoms, not the electrons. Okay, that makes more sense then. How quickly they move depends on the element themselves. That's why different elements have different, like, temperatures that they become gaseous or liquid or whatever at, or solid for that matter. Today I learned. As a sociology major, I'm gonna sit this convo out. Understandable. Don't worry, we'll eventually, the conversation always circles back to, like, food or the weather. Things that are universal equalizers that everyone can weigh in on to some degree. Speaking of, it is currently raining today, which is amazing. It's the first rain that I've seen in probably like a month or more here. It's been very dry and very hot lately. So I'm very happy to see that. That said, it does mean that, you know, with rain comes storms, and with storms comes potential internet connectivity issues. So if I vanish off the face of the earth all of a sudden, you'll know why now. Quickly, not as in speed, but as in how hard it is to move. As a good science major, I'm interested but confused. What percentage of Earth's population do you think knows, like just offhand, like if you went up to them on the street and did one of those like weird street interviews that make me like strangely uncomfortable when I watch them? Sometimes, depending on the interviewer. What percentage of people would know offhand what causes state changes in, like, from like gas to liquid to solid? Not a lot. If an acceptable answer, like, I think an acceptable answer would be like temperature, like heat. Because, like, you don't need to know the fine specifics of the atoms all whizzing around, but as long as you know that it's heat that's changing it, then, like, I think more people will be able to get that one than the actual, like, fine details, right? It would just be like temperature at that point. Most high schoolers are people in that field. High schoolers are, like, weirdly smart for being so stupid. Like high schoolers, myself included, when I was in high school, you had like very little life experience as well as very little musical taste, so you probably would not be listening to b_boss.ogg because your music tastes have not refined to that point yet where you can appreciate the true best songs in the world. Can we get some B emojis in chat for everyone who does appreciate b_boss.ogg? It's been too long. It's been too long. Let the bees out. Let them swarm. They have arrived. Welcome home, my bee friends. Buzz, 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 baby. Buzz till you can't buzz no more. To infinity and beyond, baby. Infinity bees. I'm seeing bees. I'm seeing bees everywhere I look. I'm seeing bees when I close my eyes. I'm seeing bees in my dreams. I'm seeing bees in my chat. I'm seeing bees on my knees. Wait, why are there bees on my knees? Okay, it's okay. They're vibing. They're just dancing. Chat, what if Bee Boss becomes so powerful? What if the song becomes so good that bees, like in real life, start swarming into my house when the song starts playing? I'd be a little scared at first, but I think I would learn to vibe with them. Please rap over this instrumental. I've tried it. I've tried in the past, and it usually does not work out the way I would like it to. I'll be the bee king. Be joyous. Came back at the perfect moment. I don't remember the last time I seen a bee, like a bee in real life. Or last time my voice cracked. Just kidding, it was 10 seconds ago. Like, most of the time when I see a bee-adjacent creature in my particular space, it's either a wasp or a hornet. Like, an actual bumblebee, I feel like I very rarely see them, which is a shame, because bumblebees are probably the cutest insect. I don't know if there's many other insects that could compare to the bumblebee. But, like, given their name alone, Bumble? You putting Bumble in there? And we're not talking about the app? That's sad and telling. Unfortunately, yeah. Are bees an endangered species at this point? Like, or at least certain species of bees? I think I've heard about that before. Like, they're not doing so great, huh? Just want to befriend one of them little fat bees. Many bumblebees in your area, they're so cute and peaceful. They used to freak me out as a kid because I always thought they were going to sting me, but now I wish I appreciated them more. Alright, final day of fall incoming here. We're not going to get another ancient fruit harvest, unfortunately, but that's just that's the state of things. But at least the Junimos will get a break for a nice long season here. Closing in on the amount of ancient seeds that we actually need for our next harvest as well, so that'll be nice. Let's go harvest these fruit trees. Since today's the last day, we're going to get a chance to even do so. They're not really going extinct, but we need to have a lot of them. If they get to the point of being endangered, we die and the entire ecosystem with it. That seems like it would be bad. Yeah, I mean, they're pollinators, and they're like the best pollinators. Are they the only pollinators? No shot, right? Don't hummingbirds also pollinate? If we run out of bumblebees, can we just like switch to hummingbirds instead? Probably doesn't quite work that way, huh? Birds are pollinator, wasps, butterflies. Butterflies, you know what? Fair, butterflies. But they don't like... Butterflies aren't as efficient pollinators. Yeah, the bees are the most important. They're the only ones who take it seriously. Like, butterflies, they just kind of like... It's literally in their name. They flutter by. They, like, don't care. They're just, like, doing their own thing, vibing out. And if they happen to pollinate and help us out in, like, an ancillary way, then it's, like... great, but that's not their main purpose. Bees are like, let's get down to business to defeat the wasps. Did they send me tulips when I asked for daisies? They're the saddest flowers I've ever met. You can bet before we're through, somehow I'll make a sunflower out of you. Yeah, they're very industrious. bees get down to beesness. How did I not find that pun when I was like when I was workshopping it in my brain? All right, fall officially coming to a close. Let's go ahead and this is as good a time as any to top up our hay supply, I think. And with winter comes the potential for winter foraging. I think we could do a little bit of winter foraging. I'm not gonna like commit to doing it for the entire season or anything like that, but I'm willing to at least do like a couple days here and there of winter foraging. I think that's totally acceptable. Check the casks. The casks will be ready on Wednesday. We have a specific day because the cheese takes exactly a week. Thank you for looking out, though. Does the new barn have a heater? It does. We made sure to take care of that when we were buying the animals. All right, I think we're good to go. We're also going to need to plant a bunch of grass starters. I think we have grass starters from last year, though. We have a few grass starters from last year, anyway. Somewhere around here. 581. Yeah, I'd say that's a few. Just a morsel of grass starters. Farewell fall, the best season. I've never been able to decide whether my favorite season is fall or spring. They both have great redeeming qualities to them, and I think depending on the day that you ask me the question, my answer would change. Like, literally from, like, one day to the next. If you made me make like an executive decision and consider all potential factors, put everything on the table for both seasons, though, I would probably say that fall is my favorite. And it might be specifically because of Halloween. That might be the factor that edges it out. 'Cause Halloween is my favorite holiday. It's just got such good vibes. Okay, we can also hit up the greenhouse today just to get ourselves back on the multiple of 3 days. Good cycle. Did I ever have an emo phase? Nope. I don't think I ever had a phase. Like, I never had like a goth phase. I had a nerd phase, but it's still going. I'll let you know when it's over. Can't see it ending anytime in the near future. Other than that, I think I've always been to some degree the person that I am right now. I feel like I can't think of it back on any times in my life when I was like, you know, I'm gonna try out something else and or try being someone else or something like that. All right, that's all the ancient seeds we need. That's perfect. Let's go ahead and, well, I'll put it in the actual seed chest. I know I forgot they were there last time, but since I forgot they were there last time, now I'll be more incentivized to remember that they're there this time, because last time still sticks in my brain as a memory from when I forgot they were there last time. So next time I'll remember that memory when I forgot they were there last time, and I'll remember that they're here this time. Gold quality fruit. We do have some gold quality pomegranates and peaches. The bananas aren't going to be far behind. We've been gathering them. Bananas should be coming in toot sweet. I think our first few banana trees were planted in at the start of winter when we were doing the whole banana tree grind, so shouldn't be very long at all. Is Argon me? Wickedy, I think we do operate on similar wavelengths a lot of the time. Welcome in, by the way. Exclamation point Wickedy. You had a major goth phase. Purple hair, then green hair phase. Now you're in the basic PG-13 phase. Part of me kind of thinks that it would have been nice to go through like a goth phase or something like that. Like, it would have been just interesting. It would have made me feel you know, in a weird way. Does this make sense that it would make you feel more like you're fitting in when you're a kid if you're going through a phase like that, even though the whole point of a phase like that archetypically is to not fit in? is to be like, I'm not like those other like normie kids. I'm not like those normie preps. Goth forever. Just call me Ebony Darkness Dementia Raven Way. The ramble summoned you. I do love a good ramble. All right, we're gonna go close up the doors to our animals' homes, keep them nice and cozy, warm inside, and then I will plant all the grass starters I need as well. A little bit of debris is snuck in here, but it's kind of unavoidable, I've learned, at least until we get our gold clock. I'm not like other girls. I am like other girls, personally. And I'm loving it. Am I able to... This is cursed? Okay, this is... You know what? Sneaky banana pudding. Is this good for anything? It does give me some buffs. I didn't think it gave me a buff. It's a luck buff food? Banana pudding in the winter. What a strange concept. Nice frosty banana pudding. That actually sounds like really good, to be honest with you. All right, let's do the typical grass starter thing with our stone cairns here. Get some homies in chat for the homie who gave us these stone cairns to begin with. I mean, we did have to buy them, so I don't know if they technically gave them to us, but they're still a nice reminder every time I see them. Feel like I should expand the fence area. It's not enough room for grass for 60 animals. So you're not wrong, but I feel like to expand it to the point where it would be enough grass for 60 animals, it would be... I don't know if we have the space to make that work on like the entire farm, especially with how much debris is encapsulating the place. Like, the reason I cordoned off this area specifically was because it was relatively debris-free, and my ability to clear out debris, at least as far as, like, stones go, is extremely limited right now. Hey there, Tyler. How you doing? And I've already invested in the hay at this point, so why not just, you know, I'm just going to leave it as it is for right now, I think. Maybe once we get the gold clock and we know that debris is not going to spawn anymore, we can... rest peacefully with a larger fence pattern, but for now, I think this will be good enough for me. Speaking of the fence pattern, though, now begins the process of getting what renewable grass we can out of this fence, like so. You know what? I should probably... I'm gonna empty my inventory a little bit before I do this, because I'm gonna need the space to do that. Do fruit flies count as gaseous? I mean, I have said before, like, oh, I just went through a cloud of fruit flies. So they're not that dissimilar from gas. I think there's a case to be made there, honestly. We're taking out the mushrooms again, fall seeds. Well, actually, we don't need them yet, because I'm going to be putting stuff away to make room in my inventory anyway here. Trace, currently watching through all the Price of Perfection VODs. You're on VOD number 7 right now. I hope you're enjoying your journey so far. You got a long way to go, but I hope you have fun with it. Glad to have you here for a live one, at least. Thanks for dropping in. All right, let's go ahead and put away everything I don't need right now. I'm going to keep the axe just to be on the safe side, in case I need to clear any weird, wayward debris out of the way. And then we're going to go ahead and rock out like this, I think. If a fruit fly has no wings, does that make it a walk? Makes it a fruit walk. Why do we park on the driveway and drive on the parkway? But no one calls it a parkway, or maybe it's a European thing. I very rarely hear it called a parkway where I'm from, personally, in Canada here, but I have heard the term. It is the same as like a highway, right? I just gotta remember the pattern here. Boom, boom. This is gonna go faster than... I remember I didn't do this last year. Like, I didn't clear out my inventory properly, so this took, like, way longer. I think this time, now that I'm being smart about it, this is actually gonna save us quite a bit of time. Motorway? I have heard motorway, but not in, like, a colloquial sense. Pretty much everyone around here calls it, like, the highway. And I'm not about to break that trend. I'm just gonna need to go with that so I can do a single solitary line right here. Boom. Love to see it. I think it's a US thing. Like how if you go into the US, you have to order sweet iced tea if you want iced tea instead of ordering just iced tea. I probably talked about that before, but I did go to the US, like, on vacation one time as a kid with my family, and I ordered iced tea, and I was extremely unimpressed with the result because they just gave me cold tea, and I was like, what the heck is this? And they're like, it's iced tea, and I'm like, this is not iced tea. I didn't say that because I was a very shy kid. I just, like, drank half of it and then, like, threw it out, probably. You gotta ask specifically for that sweet iced tea if you really want the stuff that... At least the stuff that I'm used to from asking for iced tea up here in Canada. You just say sweet tea here? I feel like I've never met a person who enjoys, like, non-sweet iced tea, though. Like, isn't like, the iced tea that you get if you ask for iced tea just straight up in the States, it's just cold tea. Am I not wrong? It's literally just, like, tea, but you put ice in it, so it's just cold. And I've never met a single person. I mean, obviously I live in Canada, so maybe that probably has something to do with some of it, but, still. You do 50-50, half sweet tea, half lemonade. A little half and half, I can respect that. I don't think I've ever had it myself, but I like sweet tea and I like lemonade. Oh wait, you got me saying sweet tea now. No, I'm being converted. Your mother gets iced tea so she can control how much sugar she puts in it. That's probably the best reason I could think for ordering iced tea versus just sweet tea. Like, if you're drinking iced tea just without any sugar or sweetener or anything at all, like, that's just a sad experience. In my opinion. Maybe you like it, and you know what? I'm not gonna yuck your yum. Especially not when Kazoo's playing. That's the most yum song that we got around here. B-Boss is hype. Kazoo is young. Kazoom is young. Kazoom time, baby. It's a Kazoom party. How did I live my life for so long not knowing that Kazoom was a song that exists in the world? And I asked that, like, non-rhetorically as well. Like, Kazoom, for those who don't know, the lore behind Kazoom, it's the best song in the free YouTube audio library that creators can use for, like, as, like, copyright-free music for their, for any of their videos or streams or whatever. But I've, like, never heard it before. It's probably one of those songs that only plays on, like, YouTube Kids channels, right? Which is such a... Like, kids get some of the best music, and we just have to sit around listening to, like, Bach. Love a little late-night pasta. More people should use it. I kind of would like more people to use it so I can hear it more often, but I also like that it's, like, it's just our little special thing for right now. This would be great for a video essay. For the right kind of video, this is a fantastic song for sure, or like the right moment in a video. Do. That might be my favorite part of the song right there, is where the kazoos go do. And then this part's really good too. Do 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 do. I'll never get over how good it is. I didn't need to go like full grass starters on like every single tile around here, but once I started, I could no longer stop. So here we are now. Here we are again. It's such a pleasure. Will 167 grass starters be enough for the entire rest of the farm? I don't know. Not for like every tile on the farm, obviously, but it should be a decent amount to at least get our grass seeded for the beginning here. Okay. Let's get the inventory set up again. Remind me, why did we set monsters on the farm? Because we can kill them without getting any combat experience. So if we need drops from any of the monsters there, then we have an out to get them. I don't know if we ever actually did end up needing them, but the option is always there, and I think having more options is better than... Like, it could have gone like we get like 100 hours into the challenge, and then we have to run into a wall because like something that would have been very easy to get with monsters on the farm is unobtainable. Or at least very difficult to obtain. Didn't know kazoos could be so amazing. It's, you know, it takes a real talent to make a kazoo sound this good, personally. I've very seldom heard a kazoo song quite so good, which is why it's so stunning to me that it really is that good. It makes me it like bumps up my mood by like 2 notches every time I hear kazoo. All right, quick hydration break, and then we'll lock it in and go on to the next day here. I guess we can also get our seed maker going again. More fall seeds. Little diamond in the rough as well. Do not eat the common mushroom, please. Oh, part of me was like, it's Tuesday, it's ancient fruit day, but unfortunately all our ancient fruit has turned into brown grass. It has turned into brown grass. So it's not gonna help us too much. Happy brown grass day, everybody. I will say, with Beatrix's new fit, she sticks out like a bit of a sore thumb in the winter here. She blended in a little better in the fall. Nowadays, you can see her from a mile away, and that's honestly how she would like it. Ancient brown grass. Could this still grow? I love how fast you correct my translation errors, like remember and remind, which is the same in your language. If I notice what within the context of a chat comments, like if a word is misspelled or the wrong word is used, and I'm able to like suss that out before I say it out loud, I usually will try and like course correct so I get the actual meaning of the message across. Sometimes people get me confused. Like people will just be like, I sow strawberry this, and I'll be like, I don't know what you were trying to say with that one. I'm just gonna gloss past it. Anyone else strawberry this right now? You definitely cry from frustration more often than you cry from sadness. I'm not gonna say I don't remember the last time I cried from frustration, sadness, or otherwise, because I definitely do, but I'm not going to go down that road. But I think, you know, it takes a lot. It takes a lot for me to cry, unless I'm watching a movie or a show. Those are, like, any show or movie that has an emotional beat of any kind, I feel like is liable to make me cry in some way. Like, it doesn't take much for me at that point, because I'm able to just, like, immerse myself in the world a lot of the time and sort of empathize with the characters to a high degree. But in real life, it takes a lot for me to get to a point where I would want to cry. You definitely strawberry this. But I think if you were to, like, push me to a point of... Like, let me put it this way. I think I would get to a point of frustration where I'm liable to cry faster than I would get to a point of sadness where I'm liable to cry. If the emotions get high enough on either one, then then the crying is inevitable. But frustration has a lower tolerance. Honestly, I think if you get any emotion to a high enough, like, concentration, you could start crying. Like, I've happy cried before. Obviously, I cry when I'm sad. You can cry, like, laughing, which I guess is the same as happy crying to a certain extent. Cry from frustration. I don't think I've ever cried from anger, but I also just don't, like, get angry really. So, but I could see the rationale behind crying when you're angry. I don't know. It is harder for me to talk about with a lot of like with emotions, like when I have to, like when you like cry from emotions and all that stuff, because like the degree, like the height that those emotions have to get to, for me, I think it takes a lot more for me to get to that height than it does for the average person. I don't necessarily have any empirical evidence to back that up, except, I mean, I was talking to my, like, my therapist the other day, and we were talking about, like, emotions and stuff, and I think I do have, like, I don't know, like, when I was talking with her, like, I get the sense I probably do have a more limited emotional understanding than the average person, for better or for worse, or more limited emotional capacity. I think my emotional understanding is actually pretty good, and my ability to empathize with other people and understand their emotions and where they're coming from, but my ability to feel those emotions is extremely stymied, I think. You've cried stubbing your toe. I think pain crying is different than emotional crying on a fundamental level. But maybe not. Maybe not as different as I think it is. I'm gonna go buy a little more grass starter action. I'll buy a decent amount just so I have some ready for next year as well. Let's buy like 500 here. There we go. Can never have too many grass starters around these parts, at least until we get the gold clock. What did I come into? Sleepless Insanity, welcome. We're having a conversation about emotions. Lighthearted conversation about emotions. I'm glad to be able to talk about emotions so candidly. I definitely don't think I could have done so, like, even just a few years back, but I'm glad that I'm able to address them a bit more openly these days. Is Argon neurodivergent? I've never been, like, diagnosed or, like, tested for autism or anything on the spectrum otherwise, but I wouldn't be surprised. Like, you know, I've much like a lot of other people in life, I've done those, like, online tests where you can sort of get a sense for it, just because, like, you're curious. And obviously, I understand that those tests are extremely, you know, flimsy and don't stand up to rigorous medical, like, the rigorous medical studies behind neurodivergence. But, like, the ballpark estimates for me would probably put me somewhere on the spectrum. Personally, I feel like I'm probably there somewhere. I don't know exactly where, and I'm not gonna say that I am, because I don't want to, you know, I don't want any, I don't know, I don't want to be, not that I, like, if I was autistic, I would own it, and I would be happy to know that I was, and I would be like, you know, it doesn't change anything, I'm still me. but I don't want to claim that label if I don't know for 100% sure that I am, because there's a whole big life experience thing there that I'm not privy to. I sound very neurospicy. Is that a real term, or are you just hitting me with some amazing slang that you just came up with on the spot here? You look like you feel things a lot stronger than you actually do. That's kind of where I land a lot of the time. I've learned pretty well how to mimic strong emotions, or how to mimic emotions in general. So it's like, you know, I still feel them. I wouldn't say that I don't really like feel emotions to like an entire degree. But part of it is like, am I feeling the emotions, or am I like mimicking the emotions? This wine is ready, but I'm actually gonna leave it just so it doesn't throw off my pattern, because I normally get that out of there on Wednesdays. It seems like a weird thing to do, but I think it's just better for my own sense of self. ADHD. I've never heard that acronym before, but you know, it makes sense. All right, I think we're good as far as grass starters and stuff go. Let's go ahead and lock in this day. And then tomorrow we can, on top of doing our fruit trees and that sort of stuff, we can go ahead and take care of casks and maybe a little winter foraging to boot. Why not? The RADS R test for autism is considered pretty good according to my autistic friends, and was written by a doctor, Michelle. I might look into that one then, just you know, the curiosity never quite goes away. But I don't know if it's different in other parts of the world. In Canada, if you want to get like a proper medical like examination to test whether you're autistic or on the spectrum in any way like that, it takes like a lot of time and a lot of money to get there. It's like, and like, I always think like, am I really like willing to commit to that, to like know for sure one way or the other? Because it's like I said, it's not really going to change how I approach my life. It'll just be like a thing that I know, and then like I'll be like, okay, I guess I'll just move on with my life the normal way I would have anyway. But like, yeah, it just seems, it seems insane how, like, I've never looked into the actual specifics of it, but I know it gets really pricey really fast, and there's like 18-month wait lists and stuff. You don't think anyone is neurotypical? Probably not like entirely neurotypical, because like that's just not how humans work, I don't think. I think everyone has a little bit of a little bit of quirkiness in them, let's say. Not to underplay, you know, the spectrum itself and the experience therein, but that's just the word I landed on for the time being. Mathematically, there's a norm. And there's, yeah, no, there's like a mathematical normal makes sense to me, but like a person being 100% normal, I can't even fathom that. Normal is boring. Weird is based. Takes a lot here too, but Native American people in your area get free/reduced healthcare as long as we go through a clinic in our tribe's name, so it doesn't cost as much. But the wait, yeah, the wait is what really like would kind of kills it for me. Obviously, the money, like it's no small ask. It gets up into like the thousands of dollars, I think. At least, I mean, depending on what you're trying to do and what you're trying to get tested for. But the waits, they're like insane. Like I don't even know. Like I'm sure there's a reason for the waits being as long as they are, but it just seems egregious to me to a certain degree. That's just my ignorance speaking probably, but like how could it take that long? Are there that many people on the list, or is it just like that involved of a process? I don't know. So glad for the free healthcare in Germany. We have a lot of free healthcare here as well in Canada, but like that particular aspect of health does not fall under like free healthcare a lot of the time. Little winter foraging for me, I think. It's been a while, but I think we start right here. This feels like my safe space. Start winter foraging. There we go. Didn't quite get a good line to start. We almost got there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. For those who have never seen winter forage farming, by the way, what this is if you hoe the earth in a particular pattern, which I just messed up there, but that's okay. Also, Iota, I'm going to have you move out of the way for the time being. Sorry, hun. If you hoe it in a particular predictable way, then you will be guaranteed to get winter forage every single time. And that is useful because winter forage sells for a decent amount. Like the snow yams sell for 100 gold each, and the winter roots sell for 70 gold each. So it adds up pretty quickly. Why not do the 10-9 pattern? I've looked up tutorials for the 10-9 pattern. I've tried to like follow it just by like watching people do it in speedruns and stuff. And I've tried it out myself. I've tried just like following along in game. I've desperately tried to learn the other pattern that is better and that people use in actual speedruns. Never been able to get it. Why am I not doing the 6-4, 6-4 pattern? I am doing the 6-4 pattern, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we do 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we repeat that, and then we move on to the next one, right? Museum Station Danny, by the way, thank you for becoming a member at the Electron level. I greatly appreciate the support. Really means a lot to me, and the support goes a long way. Enjoy your new emotes and your fancy fresh sword. Careful where you swing that thing. You do it lower. I started lower, but the pattern doesn't always start in the right spot. So I have a fix that I can use to reset it to the right spot. Also, I messed this up a little bit, but that's okay. Yeah, I'm a little higher up on the beach. To add on to Gray's statement, the symptoms are often so often or at such a degree that it impacts your life in a harmful way. That's the thing. If I am on the spectrum in any way, it's probably... I think I messed up here somehow. Yeah, I lost the pattern. You know what, this is kind of a stinky pattern anyway. I'm just going to call it there for today, and then we'll come back and try it again tomorrow in winter. We still got a little bit of winter forage in, so I'm not mad about it. Have a sword now, you love it. Welcome to the fold, Museum Station Danny. I greatly appreciate the support, like I said. Everyone is quirky, but that shouldn't be used to dismiss others' experiences. Exactly. Everyone's experience is just as valid as anybody else's. And anyone who says otherwise is not welcome around here, I'll say that much. Because that is a take I would harshly disagree with. Everyone has their own experiences that are equally valid. Why is Beatrix's house goth? Asking the real questions. I mean, why isn't it goth? Do you see it? Do you see how good it looks? I mean, do we need any other reason than that, to be honest? That's what you meant if it wasn't clear? I'm sure, yeah, I think we're all on the same page here. I think we're just making sure that... I think we're all saying it in different ways, but arriving at the same conclusion. Neurospicy traits are human traits. It's just the degree to which they impact your life. That's probably the most succinct way to put it. Not a phase, Mom. For Beatrix, it's definitely not a phase. I mean, it was a phase at first, but she's kind of embraced it now. Like, she had a very sort of light goth phase earlier on in the challenge, and now she's diving headlong into it. Should we do an inside decor goth makeover? I'd be down to do that, but I do think we should probably wait until after the gold clock. Like, once we get the gold clock, I think we're due for, like, a big party of some kind. I don't know exactly what it's going to entail, but I think the gold clock has been such a... Like, it's just, since the beginning of the challenge, even before we knew it was going to appear so early in the challenge, we always knew that the gold clock had the chance to be a real wrench in our plans here. And now that we're living it out and we're nearing the end, it feels like it's the culmination of the challenge up to this point. And we're going to need to celebrate in some way. I don't know exactly how, but we'll figure it out. Thing about phases is that something being temporary, something possibly being temporary, doesn't make it fake or meaningless. That's a good thing to point out too, for sure. Oftentimes, like, phases that you go through, they're like by definition, a lot of times they're temporary by being a phase, but you still have the memories from that and the experience from having lived through that phase, and it's a part of your identity. And I think it's important to embrace and recognize that for sure. Like I said, I haven't really gone through any big, like, personality change phases like that in my life. Most of what I would call phases is, like, what games I'm playing at the time, which sounds kind of silly when you say it out loud like that, but it is the way it goes, right? Like, sometimes you'll be, like, in a Stardew phase, and then you'll be in like a Binding of Isaac phase, or whatever the heck whatever games you might be into. And you play them for a good amount of time, you invest, like, hundreds or thousands of hours into it, and some games are evergreen. Like, and I think the games that are evergreen and that you can play forever are different for every person. But a lot of games you just play for like a couple hundred hours, maybe even just like a couple dozen hours, or even less than that, and then you're good to go. And then you maybe come back to it like a few years down the line, and just because you're not playing those games, you know, like maybe you're not 100%ing those games, maybe you're not doing everything that you even wanted to in those games before you get burnt out or bored with it or whatever, and you move on to something else, and that's fine, because I mean, you still had fun while you were playing the game, and you'll have those experiences and those memories in the future. And I think that's a decent analog for life phases a lot of the time too. Life phases are often more pronounced and profound than those gamer phases, but the same core principles kind of apply. You're in your Palea phase right now. It's a good phase to be in. Goth Decor Makeover Party seems like a reasonable response to getting the gold clock. There's exactly one thing that I know I want to do as a part of celebration or commemoration of getting the gold clock. And I've mentioned it on stream before, so you may already know what it is for those who are all caught up on the VODs, which I don't besmirch you if you're not. There's a lot of content there to stay caught up on, so don't worry about it. But if you know, you know. And if you don't know, then it'll be a nice surprise when we do get the gold clock and we finally get to celebrate in our own special way. Trying to enter your Palea phase, but the game is blocking you by crashing whenever you're trying to open it. It's still in beta. I mean, there's a lot of different things to work out and a lot of things that are liable to change for sure. But but yeah, the crashes can be mildly annoying from time to time. Thankfully, I didn't experience them that much when I was playing, but it is a noteworthy issue for sure. This looks so weird, seeing you stop after 6 hits and not going to 10. Steph, do you think that you would be able to coach me through chat in how to do the 10-9 pattern. Like, I've heard it's very easy to learn, but like I said, I've yet to find a tutorial or a video of any kind, really, that I've been able to follow to success and understand what's actually going on. For the basic thing, absolutely. Maybe we'll try that tomorrow, then. Because, like, I'm already set on this pattern for today, and I don't want to... I feel like it would be awkward to move on to the 10-9 pattern now, but tomorrow, when we have a fresh beach, maybe we can try and learn a thing or two together. The replacements, not so much. The replacements, I mean, I have replacements for, like, for this one, too, and I get what you mean. I get why they would not be the easiest things in the world to learn. Because it's kind of hard to explain exactly, like, when the situation calls for it and which, like, especially if there's multiple different replacements. They were down for maintenance earlier today, the Palea servers I believe you're talking about. After it was over, had to wait in a queue of 700 people? Holy moly. Palea is getting popular. I'm very happy for them as well. It's a great game. I hope that they continue to expand on it and change things, and that it continues to thrive. The basic thing is really simple. The basic pattern for the 10-9 Winter Forge. I would love to learn it because I have seen and been told that it's much more, like, you can get a lot more Winter Forge a lot quicker than with the current pattern that I'm working with. So, like quicker forge equals more money, equals faster gold clock, equals our chance to roll a new goal comes that much quicker. Which I think is the main thing I'm looking forward to. Like, obviously, the actual just catharsis of completing the gold clock within our restrictions will be very, very nice once we get to actually do it. But it's been so long since we've gotten to see the randomizer and get the dopamine rush of seeing whatever new random wacky goal we get to experience together. I am so looking forward to getting to click that button again. You guys, you don't even know. I mean, maybe you do know. Maybe you do know. If you've been here for, like, the entirety of the challenge, you probably do know to an extent, because the most exciting part of the randomizer oftentimes is the randomized element, where you got to actually see your next random goal. And it's been way, way too long. Agender, Ace Gang, rise up. I can't speak to the Agender myself, but I'm right alongside you there with on the Ace train for sure. You are welcome here. No matter your gender, no matter your orientation, we welcome all types around here. Not agender, but ace. I feel you. For a while, I wasn't sure if I was arrow ace or just ace, and to a certain degree, I think I'm still trying to discover that. It's always an ongoing journey throughout, like, most people's lives, I would imagine. I think I'm one behind here. Okay, there we go. But I'm leaning more towards just being ace and not specifically aromantic. Definitely an ongoing journey. Yeah, I mean, it's not a journey that necessarily has to have a definitive end either. Like, it's a spectrum, and where you are in that spectrum changes throughout your life as well. So just because like that's a thing, I think that could be an easy thing to fall into. Just because you identify as ace right now, maybe in like 25 years, or I mean, it doesn't have to be any kind of crazy length of time. Maybe you'll change. It doesn't, and maybe you won't. Either way, it's totally fine. Just go with what feels right to you at the time, and as long as you stay sort of emotionally in tune with yourself in that way, I don't think you can go wrong. I think for most people, it probably doesn't change over their lifetime. But I could definitely see, and I think I've heard experiences of it changing for people. So, what does ace mean? Yeah, ace is asexual. Sorry, yeah. Those 3 little pebbles down there will be your starting point for 10-9, right side of them. 1 second, let me finish this and I'll have a look. These 3 pebbles here, this little guy here, so I would start to the right of that is what you're telling me. What about arrow? Arrow is aromantic, which basically means that you're not interested in pursuing a romantic relationship in any capacity. You're fine just, you know, having friends and being on your own, and the relationships that you have are good enough for you, or at least the relationships that you want are not romantic in nature. That is my understanding of aromanticism. Figure you're 30 and you've never been interested in a relationship, so arrow fits for now at least. That's very valid. Alright, I think we'll finish this 6-4 pattern up here. Get a couple more mushrooms to seal the deal. And then we will call it a day as far as winter foraging goes. And then hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to lock in my new winter forage pattern. I'm hoping that I get like I said, I've tried it out before. It hasn't really clicked with me. I'm just waiting for that aha moment when I finally do it and I understand what's going on and I can be like, oh, I get it now. Like maybe that's kind of why I've been like hoping to find a tutorial or something for it, because if someone can explain to me why it works and not necessarily just the patterns of like, I mean, I guess I know underlying like why it works, but I just don't like know. I don't know. It's hard to phrase it exactly, I guess, but I'm hoping I can hit that aha moment. We'll see. I'm putting a lot of trust in you, Steph, and anyone else in chat who knows the winter foraging techniques. I'm gonna try my best to heed your instructions, and we'll see how it goes. See if I can learn a thing or two today. I'm always open to learning. All right, that's good to go. Let's grab all the gemstones here, lock it in. Don't feel pressured. Don't feel pressured. I mean, we can always just go back to the old way of winter foraging if this doesn't work out. But don't feel pressured just because, you know, all of our hopes and dreams will rely on you. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I'm just messing with you. It's totally fine here. All right. Oh, mushroom cave. Should hit the mushroom cave first. I was so excited to go down to the beach and figure this out that I completely spaced on my mushrooms. Hello from Baldur's Gate. Nico, welcome on in. Baldur's Gate has consumed the minds and hearts of many of my friends. I respect it. It's making me more and more curious every day to try it out, I'll say that much. I don't know if the day is going to come where I decide to take the Baldur's Gate pill, because I worry for my free time, but I honestly don't even know if it's the kind of game for me. Very sad it isn't PG-13. I am open to playing like non-PG-13 games on the stream. I'd probably still keep the discussion around them PG-13, and I'd obviously have like an age warning, but I'm definitely open to the idea in the future. If I like D&D, I'll like it. Good to know. That's about the best sell that I could ever receive. Okay. New winter forage pattern arrived. So, does it start the same way? Let me get iota out of the way here. Does it start the same way where I just till this spot? I remember you told me it was this spot to the right of the pebbles. I till this over and over until I get my first winter forage. I have to imagine that's how it starts. Okay. So we start that way until we get our first pattern. I'm gonna go slow just so I don't accidentally miss it. That's clay, that's not winter forage. Those are different patterns entirely. And the underlying math of the game. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Okay, we got ourselves a winter root. We got a live one, folks. We got a live one. I think, so step 2, continue up in the same staircase pattern that we normally do, but we go, now do 9 more. So we start, so the first line is 10 long. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I broke it. I broke it. What happens if I break it, Steph? You have intel. I've broken it at 7. No, wait. Retill? Okay, retill this spot. 3 times. 1, 2... I'm scared. Send help? Instructions unclear. Winter required on second till. It's not broken, just bad RNG. Okay. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do I keep going? Keep going. 8, 9, and 1 more, you said? 10. Okay. And now I go back, right? Then does it goes like up. Like this is the part, like starting this again. It can be up to 3 times. All right, yeah, hold my hand through this, please. Hold my hand. Like I'm in the first grade. It's my first day of school. We're learning winter tilling in our ABCs. All right, so I start 1 above this, 1 up. 1, and do I go 9 now, or do I go 10 again? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going 8. I know I go at least 9, right? I go at least 9. But I don't think I can go 10 there. You go as many as you can always. As many as you can always. Okay, and that's either going to be 9 or 10 probably, right? So as many as you can up to 10. Like if you can go 11, you don't go 11. Then I just go back and repeat. Counting with Argon hard mode. But wait, so because this line now starts, like, there's one that I could do over here. Because like it's all about like keeping the same diagonal, right? I only did 9, so the start is not above. Okay. Okay, so we go over here instead and keep on the same diagonal train. I only did 9, so the start is not above. Exactly 1 diagonal over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now because I did 10, we don't go over. I couldn't go over if I wanted to, but I just go 1 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we go 1 up again. If you can do 10, start 1 above. So I don't go over here. I just go 1 above. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And then we just keep going 1 above until we can't do it again. Okay. But I think we're about to run into an issue here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can't do 9. If I'm not doing 9, because I've either done 9 or 10 every time. This time I can only do 8. So do I move over here, or do I move like 1 further down? Do I go lateral? Do I go up? Do I go down? What do I do on 8? Or do I, because there is also the potential here, I can't do 9, but I could do 10. Move over 1 and retill once. Okay, so we move over 1, 9, 10. Okay. Steph, I think you've successfully given me the linchpin I need. That's really the main thing I never understood, is how do you know, like, when to go over or when to go up? And that's literally, I think, the missing piece. That was the one jigsaw piece that fell under the couch and was unretrievable to solve this puzzle in my brain. Now that you have successfully fished that out from under the couch for me, I think the world is my oyster. Wait, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we do 1 retill. We go over and do 1 retill. And then it starts anew. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. And I'm assuming, let me try and piece this one together myself. We do 2 retills. We don't wait. Steph, help. Was that just random? Do I start again, or do I continue with my 2 retills? I'm scared. Help. There are a lot of replacements that you just have to memorize. Just keep retilling? Okay. Until we get... Okay, and now we're safe. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we do 1 retill. So it's always like... Okay, I can do this. And so we go over here, we do 1 retill. 1 retill. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pay attention. 8. Okay. We're gonna do 1 retill in that case. All right, good to know. Steph, can we get some love in chat for Steph? Some love and kudos for holding my hand and guiding me through this successfully. I think I have unlocked new winter foraging capabilities, thanks to Steph now. You have to retill once before the start when there was a hole. That hole stays in the pattern, so if I jump ahead, I might hit the hole again. I actually understand exactly what you're saying, which is the mark of a great teacher. Thank you very much, Steph. Kudos. You know what? Can I, like... I want to see... I don't think I can... I was gonna try and gift you, like, a membership, because, like, that's... Because you're so based. But I don't think I actually can on my end. I don't think I have a button to give people memberships on my end. I'm looking, though. I'm looking. Engage with your audience. No, not that one. There should be an option for me here, but... I also had prior knowledge, so that was perfect. Probably the most epic Argon stream I've ever witnessed. I'm learning live. You cannot target the gifts like on Twitch. I guess I just have to give memberships until I hit Steph. No, all right, Steph. Thank you either way. I'm sorry I can't give you a membership. Maybe that'll be a feature one day. All right, we did 8 this time, if I remember right. So we retill 1, retill 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we move laterally again, but we don't have to retill. This should just be automatic. 5, 6. I'll be able to, like, do this automatically eventually, I think. Like, I'll be able to get the muscle memory down to do it without, like, counting out loud every single time. 3, 4, 5. But until then, I might be a little bit more focused on this. 8, 9, 10. Although if I have the 10, that's actually pretty easy because I don't even need to count. I just go 1 up every single time. And then I can just, like, go until the same line that I hit 10 on last time. That's 5, 6, 7. Like, it'll end on this line over here. 8, 9, 10. And then we're going to go ahead and get 9 this time. But we start on the same one. 3, 4, 5, 9. Perfect. All right. The visual result kind of freaky. We're making, like, weird crop circles out here for sure. Crop lines, I guess. It's like we're trying to make a pattern that can be seen from space. All right. I can't do this. That was 7. I can just do like 2 retills though. There's probably a different way I could do that. Like I wonder if the old replacements still work. Sleepless Insanity, thank you very much for the 5 gifted memberships. I greatly appreciate it. I greatly appreciate that. Thank you for the support. If you were gifted a membership from Sleepless Insanity, please use your first emojis to thank them. That's awesome. Thank you so much for the generosity. I can skip and retill the next one. Okay, I was wondering about that. I guess that does make sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But we retill. And then 10. Okay. Let me just go 1 up. Easy. And I can see once how like if I get fast at this, it could be much better than the old way of doing things. Okay, that was only 9, so we go over by 1 this time. No retailing much. Yeah, there is significantly less retailing here than there was on the other one. I think, was that 10 or was that 9? I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That was 10, I think. Yes, okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oops. And one last one for Iota. 10. All right, let's head up home. Beautiful. I do think that that one is actually, now that it's been explained to me in a proper way, it is more understandable than even the initial one. Like, the initial one is, like, way more complicated and, like, in principle. That one is, that winter tilling pattern is much more understandable overall. Sleepless Insanity with another 5 gifted memberships. You're crazy. Thank you so much for being crazy and being crazy with your support. I greatly appreciate the generosity. Thank you so much. What a legend, Sleepless Insanity, going hog wild with these gifted memberships. Steph didn't get one again. Steph is great at dodging the memberships. It's just the way the dice roll, unfortunately, sometimes. That's okay. No one's at fault for that, except for YouTube. YouTube's at fault because they should have a feature that just lets you gift a specific person a membership, like on Twitch. I assume that'll come in the future of live streaming. YouTube is still relatively, like, I mean, they still got a lot of work to do on the live streaming front. I'm not gonna lie, if they want to get caught up with other platforms, but I enjoy it for what it is. This is a very wholesome stream, which says a lot since they normally are. We're feeling a little extra wholesome today, a little extra fuzzy and warm. All right, tomorrow is Fruit Tree Day, and we'll do a little. I can put my new winter tilling knowledge to the test, like how I was putting my Pokemon knowledge to the test the other day. If you remember, I said that I've memorized every Pokemon in National Dex order from generations 1 through 3, and I went to a website that can test you on that, and I did it. My knowledge is concrete. I didn't slip up a single time. I named every Pokemon from gens 1 through 3, and I felt pretty good about myself. And it only took like 13 minutes to type them all out. It was a longer process than I would have thought, but it was pretty great. Time to get Gen 4 down, Pat. That's the next plan. That is the next plan. I think, you know, most of the generations don't add that many Pokemon. I think the one that adds the most Pokemon is Generation 5. Generation 4, I'm not honestly that scared to try and learn because it is the first generation that I ever played as a kid. Diamond and Pearl were my first Pokemon games. So I feel like I'm going to have more crystallized knowledge of those Pokemon than I do of the later generations anyway. Gift memberships are pretty new on YouTube in general. Yeah, it's barely been like a year since they rolled out, if that. It's like, it's still a new concept to them entirely. But I think once they get a better infrastructure going for it, or work out the... I don't know. Basically, I think Twitch has a great system of gifted memberships. So I think if YouTube just literally copies it one-to-one, they can't really go wrong. Speaking of gifted memberships, Bex with the gifted membership to Faye. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for the support. You are amazing. So weird. Yeah, YouTube is very weird about it. The generosity's out of control this stream. Thank you all so much. It is very, very heartwarming to see every single time. Your first Pokemon game was Sun and Moon. I used to be kind of embarrassed to say that my first Pokemon games were Diamond and Pearl, because I was a young child and like at like the height of the Pokemon boom when like, you know, the very first Pokemon games were coming out, but I just like never played them at that time. And so I felt like I got into it late, but nowadays I'm like, who cares? Like if you got into Pokemon at any point, then it's like then you're fine. It's like whenever you get into it, whether your first Pokemon game was Pokemon Yellow or Pokemon Red or Blue, or if it's Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, or Pokemon Sleep for that matter, then, you know what? All are welcome. All are valid places to be. Wherever you want to start your Pokemon journey, it's the best place for you. First one was Heart Gold. Heart Gold, Soul Silver, probably still... I might say they're my favorite Pokemon games. They're really, really well done. Heart Gold and Soul Silver, very hard to beat. There's definitely a nostalgia factor there. Like, Gen 4 is probably my favorite generation, and it's the generation I played first, so obviously, you know, there's something going on there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We hit a hole at the 10th one. Okay, let me see if I can suss out what this means in my brain. So that means the 9th one was the 10th one? Or do I retill this spot? Hollis, thank you for the gifted membership to Artemis, by the way. Thank you so much. The generosity is still astounding. All right, Steph, I might need your guidance if you're still here with this one. The 10th one failed, so we retill. So even if it's the 10th one, we just retill. One, and we retill... Okay, and then we just go. So that's just the hole that I hit in the pattern, but we still keep to the same principles, and we just go up by 1 with 10. Okay, so that's pretty basic then. That's basic if it's just retill and you hit a hole like that. 8, 9, can't do 10. Okay, so we go over 1. Perfect. The hole keeps happening. It's just unavoidable. Took you some time to figure that out. That is a bit of a tripping hazard, I suppose, when you're learning this. That was 10, so we just go up by 1 now. Abby L, thank you for becoming a member at the Electron level. I greatly appreciate the support. Enjoy your emojis and your sword. Careful where you swing that thing. I believe that was also 10, so we just go up again. Guessing you can't gift on mobile. I assume the mobile experience for memberships in general is probably off, but I don't know. I've never like watched a live stream on mobile YouTube, I don't think. Museum Station Danny with the gifted membership to Neon. Thank you very much. Thank you. Y'all are going absolutely crazy with the gifted memberships. People just trying to target Steph. Eventually, if someone does manage to give a membership to Steph eventually, then it'll be. I think we can actually. I'm gonna do the way I know how here. I was thinking you could probably like retail number 10 there, but I think I'm just gonna go down here and retail this spot instead. It's gonna be very hype if Steph does. Steph got gifted by Benny! Yo, Benny with the gifted membership to Steph. We have arrived. We have arrived. Thank you so much thank you to everyone who gifted memberships, and thank you for Benny to Benny for managing to hit Steph with the random number generator. It's a randomized perfection challenge, but also a randomized membership challenge, it turns out. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much, Benny, and to all the other people who are gifting and becoming members as well. The generosity is out of this world today. Okay, that was what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we do a retail over here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, 7 is always a little nasty. That's a double retail, and that one threw me off. That's the hole from before, right? So we do a double retail. Okay, and now we're good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The knowledge is crystallizing. Slowly but surely, we're crystallizing it. I got it. Thank you, Steph, for your patience and your amazing, immaculate teaching skills. All right, we only hit 8 last time, so we got a retail over here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So really the rule of thumb, like the only thing you really have to keep in mind for this pattern, as far as I can tell, there's probably like replacements that you have to learn, like you said, that you just kind of have to memorize to a certain degree. But the only thing you need to remember is that if you hit 10, you go up. If you hit less than 10, you move over, and then like how many less than 10 just determines how many retails you're gonna have to do. But you just retail until you hit it again, basically. There are some little edge cases there, I guess. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Can't do 10 there, so we go over 1. Faye with the gifted membership to Quasar as well. Thank you so much. Look at all the green we got in chat. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One more for the road. It's just a wall of green. It's crazy. That is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're all members by now. There's bound to be people in here who are not green, such as Lynette J and Marshmallow Opossum. But don't feel left out. Don't feel left out. We're all still part of the same lovely community. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And Lisa. Lisa hopping in with the blue name. Welcome on in, Lisa. Good to see you. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Can't do 10, so we go over. The blue. I'm blue. If I was green, I would die. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We do a retail here. This is the way to do it. 9, 10. Perfect. I have to wonder if there's a setting I need to check to allow gifted memberships. I think there actually is. I believe there is a setting that dictates whether or not you can get a gifted membership at all. I don't know where it is specifically. I'll have to look into that to see if I can figure it out, because I'm pretty sure that is the case. I remember having to check that and thinking it was weird. 4. I guess it's not that weird in principle, but because you don't have to do that on Twitch, and that's what I'm used to. Sarah Yams with 5 more gifted memberships. Holy. Thank you so much, Sarah. I greatly appreciate it. Again, quick reminder, if you've been gifted a membership at all in the amazing hype of this stream, the generous hype, please use your first channel-exclusive Argon emoji to thank the person that gifted you. 7, 8, 9. Can I go 10 here? I can't. It would mean a lot to me personally. Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone who is gifted and everyone who has become a member. It is just... I can't say it enough. I might sound like a broken record, but it's a record that you want to break because you want to hear it over and over again. Or at least I want to say it over and over again because it's never... It means the most every single time. Is that... I think this is 10. You gifted Steph and you got gifted, paving it forward. You love to see it. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Chat, is it paving it forward or is it paying it forward? I always say paving with a V, but I don't, it might be paying it forward. Benny with a gifted membership as well to Crimson. Thank you so much. Love the support. Thank you, thank you. Paying it forward? Like, paying it forward from a linguistics point, by like the definition of the word paying, it makes more sense in my brain than paving ever did. But for some reason, like, my brain tells me every time, it's like, nope, it's paving. And I'm like, it doesn't make sense. And I'm like, it doesn't have to make sense. It's just a like turn of speech or a turn of phrase. But it kind of does still have to make sense. It's still language. Would both make sense? I mean, if you wrap your head around it, paving it forward kind of makes sense. Because, like, you're continuing the job that someone else did previously, and they were paving for some reason. Oh my gosh, you guys are going to make me cry. Marshmallow Opossum and Liz A with more gifted memberships to Let's Start Today and Mewtwo Marksman. The green quotient rises ever higher in chat. Thank you so much for the generosity. I really do appreciate it. Sleep for the night. This is absolutely crazy. We got the best community on YouTube, bar none. And this is just exemplifying that. Purple with another gifted membership here to Afraid of Space 98. Thank you, Purple, and thank you, everyone. This is amazing. It's so cool to see. I just feel blessed to be on the receiving end of a hype train like this. This is awesome. I'm glad you guys are enjoying things to such an extent and enjoying sharing the community and that joy with everybody else. Warms my heart. Gives me all the warm fuzzies. New goal, make everyone green. If it's, you know, I mean, be financially responsible. If you feel that you're okay with it, then, you know, by all means, I appreciate the generosity every time, but I'm never gonna ask for gifted memberships or anything like that, or for memberships, period. But if you feel financially okay to do that, and you feel incentivized to go that extra mile and support the community and the channel in that way, then I'm happy to be here for it. And trust me, I know the draw that's there. Like, sometimes you see a hype train going on Twitch where people have given like a bunch of donations or a bunch of memberships, which it would be subscriptions on Twitch. But you see that going, and you're like, I want to get part of that. I want to be part of that. And I've done that. I've invested in it. But you got to make sure you take care of numero uno first. Make sure that if you're not in a good financial spot, then you know, No harm done. No ill will towards you, of course. You love being financially irresponsible? Well, who am I to get in the way of you and what you love? I'm just kidding. But I should probably preface that. You also cannot find it. Cannot find the thing to allow gifted memberships. Let me see if I can... Let me look it up here. Allow gifted membership YouTube. Let's see. Go to an eligible channels page or the watch page of a video. Click the Join More gift settings. Confirm you'd like to opt in by turning on Allow gifts. So I think it's if you like were trying to like become a member yourself. You click like the little blue join button that's below the stream, or there's also a link in the description for those on mobile, I think, or for anyone who just doesn't see that button for whatever reason. And then there's like a gift settings that are in there that'll allow you to opt in. Maybe that doesn't appear on mobile or on certain other platforms, but that's the way it seems to be telling me that it would work. Might only be able to do it on PC, which would be unfortunate. Just add it to the list of quality of life changes that YouTube needs to make. Works on iPad, good to know. Alright, Iota, you can hang out up here. You can chill with me. Let's start it anew. I want to do this a few times just to make sure I have the knowledge locked in my brain on how to do this new pattern. It seems relatively straightforward once you have a grasp on it. But I still want to make sure to lock it in, because that's the best way to learn anything, at least for me, is by just rote repetition. That's how I learned all those Pokemon names in order, is just by literally repeating them to myself. When I'm like at work or in the shower or anything, I would just start. I just go Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur, Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard, Squirtle, Blastoise, Squirtle, Wartortle, Blastoise, so on and so forth. I'm not going to do the whole thing right now. I'm going to spare you that one. But 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and a 10. How many Pokemon even are there now with Scarlet and Violet? I know it's over 1,000, but I don't know the exact number. The only number I ever know as far as like how many Pokemon there are, I know like in Generation 4 there's 493 Pokemon. That's the generation I started with, and that number is forever trapped in my brain. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, at least 5. Your middle son tells you that Diamond was the first game you ever bought for them. Diamond was my first game too, Lisa. Technically I got Diamond and Pearl at the same time, because I don't think my parents knew that they were like basically the same game. I don't think even I knew that they were basically the same game. I was so new to Pokemon at the time. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they just got like both for me, and I'm like, yo, Pog. I still have them. Still have them, even though I know like those games can go for quite the high price online these days. I think if you're looking in the right spots, or maybe in the wrong spots. Was that a hole? Wait. Okay, was that so? That's so I retill. Okay. I think I caught that right, and that's 10 again. So we just go up here. Okay, I think I did that right. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9, 10. Okay. Not a plot hole, but a forage hole. Oh, there's a hole in my forage. There's a snake in my boot. I think this is 7 where we do this. 6, 7, 8. Okay, this is an 8. This isn't 7. The next one is 7. There's like one here that's always 7. Because obviously, if we're starting on the same tile, we're always going to hit the same patterns, and one of these is 7. Your first game was Wii Sports. I think the first game I have a recollection of playing is still, I think it's still that one that I don't know what it is. It's like a PC game that where you're like flying through a cavern as a bat, but I don't really know the actual name of the game. The first game that I can remember playing that I know the name of is 6, 7. That's 7, okay. Is Super Mario World, I think, in the original Super Nintendo. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's crazy watching speedrunners do this tilting pattern, by the way, because they have it like down to such an exact science. Like, I'm going all slow and methodical here, but they have it like locked in. I can hope to get up to that point someday. Played anything on cool math games? What's my least favorite Stardew Valley song? I'm not in the business of having least favorites of a lot of things. I like having proper favorites. 3, 4. I like talking about more about the things I love than the things I hate. That said, like Sam's band, the like heavy metal mix. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. The heavy metal mix is not for me. It is just like noise in my ears. I dislike that song. It's basically the only song I dislike on the entire Stardew Valley soundtrack. All the rest are bangers in my opinion. 7, 8, 9, 10. And I get that's just like a genre preference thing. It is not. It's just not for me. If it's for you, if you love that song, then more power to you. But for me, Sam's band, that's what I always pick the honky tonk country theme or the electronic version or the pop version because I can't do it, man. I just can't do it. Ellie must be freaked out by my Forage lines. I mean, this probably looks more sensible than the old Winter Forge pattern I was doing, where it was just like all nonsense. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What kind of music do I listen to usually? Usually, I'm not listening to music, actually. Like, if I'm just, like, in my free time or, like, working on editing or whatever, I'm not typically listening to music. If I do, video game music, like basically what you're listening to right now is a lot of what I would listen to. I would say my favorite traditional genre of music would be jazz. I can get down with it with a good jazzy tune. I don't think I can hit that one. Wait, was that 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is 10, okay. Otherwise, most, like I like jazz. You like jazz? And I am not a huge fan of, like, heavy metal. There are outliers to both of those, obviously. Because, I mean, music is such a broad thing. You can't like every song in one genre, but a genre will make you more inclined to like certain songs. It's usually the way it goes for me, at least. What kind of jazz? The jazzy kind? I don't know. Like when I talk about music, I have basically no idea what I'm talking about a lot of the time. Like, it's one of those things where I like, will, you know, hear a song, or I, like, heard a song, and I'm like, ooh, what genre is that? And it's like, and the thing says, like, jazz, and I'm like, that makes sense. I like jazz, I like country music as well, which kind of falls into the Alberta archetype. We are the Texas of Canada. I think we can go one further up here. I can't do here, though, so I would retail here instead. Pardon me, Iota. Beautiful. Alright, lock that one in. big metal fan here, heartbroken at Argon's admission. I have heard some metal songs in the past that I enjoy. Like I said, music is one of my Achilles heels when it comes to knowledge, so if you ask me like, oh, what metal songs do you like? I probably couldn't tell you, but I know for a fact I have heard metal songs that I enjoy. Like, there are some out there that are a lot better than others, but it's, as a general rule of thumb, they're just not for me. You're such a yeehaw goth. You love country. A yeehaw goth. That is a great term. Decent amount of winter forage so far. That's only from just a few days here. I shouldn't be surprised, but I am surprised at how fast the winter forage builds up every time I do it. You know what the interesting thing is, too? I think that this new winter forage pattern that I'm working with now, I actually feel like I get less winter forage overall in a day when I'm doing it, but I get home earlier in the day. Like yesterday, I got home back to the farm at, like 8 o'clock, something like that. Whereas the other winter forage days, I'm usually out there much later, and I could probably stay out much later with that winter forage pattern if I knew what I was doing. But that's really where the discrepancy lies anyway, and whatever number difference there might be is that I'm just not as used to this pattern yet, but I'll get there. The twang yeehaw music has is great. I love that we're just calling country music yeehaw music. You gotta love country as a genre, man. There's no other genre are you gonna be singing about a red pickup truck. Unironically. Not asked for. Should do a day of each and compare. I don't think it would be a fair comparison just because, like I said, I'm so used to the other pattern that I think it would not be fair to this pattern. And I mean, there's a reason that speedrunners use this pattern. It must be like, I think the comparison has been done before, and you know, if you're optimal at both of them, this one's probably the better choice to go for. Y'alternative. Whoops, I hit the line there. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we go 1 up, but that was from here, so it's like right here. Okay. Now we should be good. Back on the pattern. 7, 8, 9. Let me move 1 over. Whiftree. Are you guys just making stuff up right now, or are all these just like niche combinations of other genres that I've never heard of before? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm gonna just chalk it up to me knowing very little about music overall. My lack of knowledge of music is only surpassed by my lack of knowledge of automobiles. If you asked me, like, the first thing about my car, I'm probably not going to be able to tell you that much. That is another very large gap in my knowledge. All you ever are is mean. Do I know the color of my car at least? Yes. But I feel like I shouldn't say it. Because what if it doxes me? What if what if I say my car is like heliotrope? It's not. But then people start looking for heliotrope cars. Living in the big old city. I'm assuming these are song lyrics that I'm not privy to. I think. Yeah, we're good there. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Once we hit like Elliot's cabin, there's a lot of retilling that goes on to start the new lines, but that's just the way of the world, baby. Unless your car is orange, you should be okay. Gulp! 5, 6, 7, 7. All right. I plead the 5th. 1, 2, and we're good. 1, 2, red, blue. Argon driving the only enter car here color. 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh. Oh my goodness, Devi Draw with the $10 super chat. Your very first super chat as well. Celebrate the first super chat from Devi Draw. Can we get some Argon love in chat for that one? $10 big. Glad to see your channel is doing so well. Congrats, man. You deserve it. Thank you so much. Wait, oh, is that... I know, wait, I know who you are. I'm not going to say who you are, but I know who you are. I know who you are. I know you, man. Long time no see. Good to see you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the support. Thank you, thank you. It took me a minute, but then I was like, wait a minute. 2 and 2 clicked together? Yo, good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well as well. Thank you so much for the support. Means a lot. All right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're good. Move on to the next one. Eight, 9. All right. Looking good. Looking spicy and clean and great. All the green people with the Argon emojis. That's a lot of Argon love in there. Holy. That's the power of the gifted memberships. Very fun to see. All right, I need to retill here, right? I didn't hit 10. Oh, we don't need to retill because I hit 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now that I know this pattern, I do feel a certain responsibility to make sure that no one else gets confused about what the heck is going on, because I was in that pattern, or I was in that thought space where I would like look at like a speedrunner doing this and I'd be like, I don't know. I think it's more once they start working in the like the replacements for when they like miss a tile or whatever. That's when they start losing me, and I fail to understand what the heck I'm looking at anymore. But the basic, like, pattern of just, like, do 10 tiles in a row in this, like, sort of L-shaped Knights move pattern, which we're all too familiar with in this challenge, is extremely easy to follow along with, I think. And a lot less chaotic than the old 6-4-6-4 pattern we were going with. Oh, I messed up here a little bit. I think I need to retill this a couple times. Okay, I think we're back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then we go up 1. I believe that is the case. Nightbot refusing to pet Timbeeb. Is this Timbeeb erasure? What the heck, Timbeeb? Timbeeb deserves all the pets. Not that Pi doesn't deserve the pets, but Timbeeb also deserves some pets. I can't believe Nightbot would do this. Holy moly. Wait 1 second. I'm just making sure I start my pattern in the right spot. Ink Mousy with the 10 gifted memberships. 10 more gifted memberships. My goodness. Look at all the green start flooding through chat all over again. Ink Mousy, thank you so much for the support, the generosity. It means a heck of a lot to me. Thank you so much. So many gifted memberships. Melon J, Polygon, Tanya, Red Cookie. We got a whole host of you in here now. Welcome. I hope you all enjoy your emojis and your swords. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is Pie of the gray cat variety? Pie is a cream-colored cat. Like banana cream pie. Except they're named after the mathematical concept, or constant, so it doesn't quite work that way. But in principle, you know. It's all about those homonyms. Alright, we do a little retilling around here. Ooh, and we do a little PJR around here. I need to raise the volume on PJR compared to some of the other songs that we love, like B-Boss and Kazoom. It is, it's night and day. It seems a lot quieter. Get some PJR in chat, though. We don't have a PJR emoji. We have B emojis, and we even have a Kazoom emoji now. We don't have a PJR emoji. We do have Haley in emoji form, though. A little Argon love. Himbeeb was successfully pet. We did it, everybody. All right. We're closing in on the end of the stream here. I think I'm going to try and get one more Winter Forage day in, because they actually go relatively quickly now that we've got this new pattern going. So I'm gonna get the one more day in here, and then we will focus on gathering up all of our stuff to sell. Payday is coming in. Did we do enough to make it to... We're gonna crest 5 million easy. 6 million is gonna be a long shot, but I feel like I've been a little more efficient today than I have been in previous days. So I'm hoping that we have a decent shot here. If we don't get 6 million, we're gonna get darn close. I'm telling you that right now. 5.5 mil at least. Today is not sell day. Tomorrow will be sell day, though. I want to do one more day of Winter Forage. Really push us here. Try and get that little extra edge we might need to get close to 6 million. Do not eat the common mushroom. Those are important. No clock before stream 40. That's okay. The great thing about streams is that it's not like I have a limited amount I can do. We can always do more streams. Whether the gold clock takes 40 streams or 400 streams. We can always do more. Wait, these bananas aren't going into my inventory? Wait, there's sneaky gold bananas? I think there's some gold bananas lingering about here, chat. And that's why they're not going into my inventory. Wednesday can't be a sell day? You're actually right. You're so right. Well, that's okay. We'll just have to do it on Thursday instead then. I gotta go get those gold bananas, though. Before anything else. And I walked straight past the greenhouse. That's not how you do that. 3 gold star bananas. A sweet, starchy, tropical fruit. It's a great word for bananas. Starchy. It's a strangely very accurate word for them. We could do a bonus casino stream at some time if that suits you. I would love to do a bonus casino stream. I just want to make sure that I preface it so that people who aren't into that, like into the casino and the gambling and all that stuff that comes along with it, can avoid it if they so choose. But I definitely think that could be a fun way to get some extra funds. Bada boom. Use Wednesday as a prep day, bringing up animal products. That's actually a good way to do it. I could probably do that even tonight, because like when I get home, I'll still have plenty of time to get things set up. But I might as well do it on Wednesday instead if I'm not going to be able to sell on Wednesday. So, good call. If she were here, Miss Palindrome would tell you to pre-gather. Pre-gathering is... I don't know why I'd never thought of it myself, but it's such a clutch idea. Don't do it today if I foraged. Oh, that's true. If I accidentally were to, like, pet an animal, then I would have to, like, reset the entire thing. Great call. I like to think that I would be able to, you know, trust myself enough to avoid that eventuality. But, you know, sometimes you don't always get to make that call. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, we just go to the dock with this one. I don't even need to count, because the last spot is always the spot right before the bridge there. By the way, do you think we're going to be the first person to ever get a gold clock without repairing this bridge first? Repairing the bridge is not a goal, by the way. I could just do that at any point that I have, like, 300 gold to do it. But I've never, like... we just haven't had a reason to go over there. That's so funny. I never even, like registered that we haven't done that yet. Gotta be, like, one of the first things that I do on most of my Stardew save files. At least the non-challenge oriented ones. Not worth the wood, TBH. Yeah, I mean, wood is a relatively expensive resource for us right now. Like, if we need vast amounts of wood, the only real way to get them for the time being is to buy them from Robin, which is not a great way to go about it. I'll need it for the Mayor's Star Drop, very true, but until that point comes, or until I need to catch the Crimson Fish, I guess. Whoops. 7, 8, 9, 10. Hey, by the way, hi, chat. You see it? Hi. Hi. Didn't do that on purpose, but it's a nice... That's nice. Whoops. 6, 7, 8. OMG, hi. OMG, hi. Like, how are you doing? It's been so long. It's so good to see you. I, like, can't believe that you're here right now. Like, OMG. Do a little retail over here. What do you mean, Dark Meme, what do you mean, What do you mean, Did I do... What do you mean by that? Beatrix voice confirmed. Do you think Beatrix is a valley girl? I mean, she is a girl of the valley, so, like, by definition... Yo, I keep missing these spots. I'm just so excited. I can't hide it. Let's buy Pam a house. We do have the money to do so. We don't have the wood, though. Otherwise, you know, I definitely totally would do that, but, like... I just don't have the wood for it right now, so... Yikes. She's just gonna have to wait on that one, unfortunately. Take your retail there? Yeah. I could buy the wood. Sorry, you're gonna... Could you type that... could you say it again more clearly, please? I didn't catch that the first time. I'm having a hard time understanding. I could just buy the wood. Don't know about that. Is there a wood requirement? There is a wood requirement for Pam's house. I think it's like 950 wood or something. Not 950 hardwood, at least. So it is, you know, theoretically possible. Was this only 9? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That was only 9. Okay. Buy the wood. not going to say we don't have the money for it, because clearly we do. But at the same time, I feel like that money is going to a grander cause than Pam's house. Pam is one of our besties, though. Like she's one of the only people that we befriended. I don't know. Maybe there's a case to be made. It's not a randomizer goal, so we could do it whenever the mood so suits us, but maybe I should make it a randomizer goal just to be on the safe side. Video will play after ads. If you ever see any ads, by the way, that's not me doing that. I do have a button that literally says, like, hey, play ads right now. But I've never clicked it once in my life. So if you're getting ads, that's just YouTube doing the YouTube thing. Quick retail here. Does anybody know what the heck this thing is? This thing has gotten in the way of so many, like, winter tilling patterns, and it makes you, like, have to rework your entire system, and you have to always think about it anytime you come across it. What the heck is it doing there, and why can I not get rid of it? It's just a random wooden piece of debris that makes my life that much more inconvenient. It's driftwood? I fish up driftwood all the time. Like, why can't I just, like, kick it out of the way? In before the 1.6 update introduces a way to clear driftwood off of the beach. In a similar sort of community upgrade style. I mean, don't get me wrong, the driftwood adds, at least along, like, the edges here, adds a nice bit of personality to the beach. But I don't need it getting in the way of my patterns like this. Big driftwood. Beatrix is very strong. I don't think she would have a problem with big driftwood. You always thought they were rocks? I mean, this stuff here is definitely wood, and it is consistent with that. This one's a little less consistent with it. I could see how that could be a rock instead of driftwood. I think, actually, I can retail this. Yeah. Alright. Good final day of Winter Forge. Locked in. Let's go officially lock it in. Man, there's so many people walking out and about tonight. Rock's too big for beachcombers to pick up. A little bit of extra winter forage here, maybe? Or, like, 3 mixed seeds and a slap in the face? What the heck? Alright, since we won't be able to sell tomorrow, since it's Wednesday and Pierre is closed on Wednesday, we'll go ahead and get everything ready from our barns and stuff tomorrow, and go from there. Alright, perfect. Let me get myself all set up here as well. I'm gonna leave that wine for right now, just because it helps me keep my... It helps me as a reminder for when to do casks, which I will do tomorrow since it's Wednesday. It is Wednesday, my dudes. Alright. Lock it in. If I do it quick in the whole day, I can double that as well. Oh, if I do, like, my chores today quick, I could do more Winter Forge at the end of the day, like, once I get everything brought up from the animals to my sale chest here. That is possible. I could sneak in a little bit of last-minute winter foraging towards the end here. We'll see. We'll see how I feel once I get it all set up. In the meantime, let's go down to our casks. It is cask day. I love that we're in the phase of cask day now, by the way, that every time we head down here, we get a bottle of Iridium Starfruit wine as well. That makes it feel even more worthwhile, because isn't, like, every bottle of Iridium Starfruit wine, like, 2,500 gold or something like that. It's pretty there. I mean, there's a reason people are making that stuff. I'm also out of goat milk, I realize. That's fine. Okay, well, actually, I am going to store that in there. Let's go ahead and just store all the rest of this for right now, and we'll go down and start gathering our produce. Needs the whole day and also some speed buffs. I don't have my axe to chop the seeds. Yeah, speed buffs would probably help if I wanted to do Winter Forge especially today as well. And I think speed buffs are probably a good shout out. Good stuff. We're gonna get to see the first products of our new barn here as well. There's gonna be like some milk that is not up to snuff. We know that. There's gonna be like just some basic quality milk in here as well, but we'll take anything we can get. They're slowly building up. They're building up the supply. You'll love to see it. We do have 168 just regular milk down here. Got some large goat milk as well. I mean, why not just like start bringing all this stuff? I'm gonna have to make multiple trips anyway. Check the silos. Will do. Can do. Who says that? Who says that? I'm trying to think, because that's like that's a phrase that some cartoon character or something says. Can do. 908, by the way. We still got a decent amount of hay in there. Oh, hold on. Just stretching. Stretching real quick. Lol, ha ha. Wait, why are we laughing? Why are we laughing? I'm Age bowling right now? Mr. Meeseeks? Sounds like something Applejack would say. It kind of does, you're not wrong. I think Mr. Meeseeks is right. But I don't think I've ever actually interfaced with... Here's the thing, I don't think I know where Mr. Meeseeks is from as a character. I guess I can get some more large goat milk in here. I don't believe I know where Mr. Meeseeks is from as a character. The only reason I know that is because there's an item in the Binding of Isaac that's like themed after Mr. Meeseeks, and I remember the tagline for that item. I forget what the actual name of the item is, but the tagline is "Can do." So you're absolutely right about that. Is Rick and Morty? I'm not smart enough to watch Rick and Morty, so that makes sense that I wouldn't know that. Did I get everything? I got everything in there. All right. Oh, I didn't get the wool from my coops. I could have done that at the same time. That's all right. No big deal. Okay, good supply. Also, I guess I can organize that a little bit. Oop, numero dos. This one's... Okay, so we got that. We got those. I gotta be a little bit more picky here, because I don't remember I don't realize what I picked up last time. Okay, we got silver... Do we have any silver star? We do have silver star there, okay. Go ahead and just sort that. Alright, looking good. You do you, Dubnium. Take care of those chickens. Selena is amazing. Do you mean Selena Gomez or the other singer, Selena? Like, just Selena, who is, like, from, like, the 90s or something? I don't remember. When was Selena popular? I only vaguely know of Selena. Alright, that chest is full. We're gonna start loading up this chest next. I don't know if this one will fill up as well, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Selena Gomez. I can get behind Selena Gomez. She has some great songs. I'll never be able to divorce Selena Gomez from from her role on Wizards of Waverly Place, though. That is, she is forever... I think her name was Alex in that show. I don't remember the last name. Alex Waverly? No, I think Waverly was just the name, literally the name of the place, not the name of the peoples. Okay. Duck feathers, please. Let's get the wool. We almost got everything here. We need to make one more trip, and then we'll be in good shape. Alex Russo! Core memory unlocked. Just a flood of Wizards of Waverly Place content came to my brain when you said Alex Russo right there. It's like how Hilary Duff is always just going to be Lizzie McGuire. Whether she likes it or not, that's just the space she takes up in my brain these days. Two shows you've never seen. Raise your hand if you've ever seen... This might be a deep cut, because I think it's only a Canadian show, if my intel is to be believed. Raise your hand if you've ever seen Life with Derek. It was another show that was on the Disney Channel, which was called the Family Channel in Canada. And it had very, like, Even Stevens kind of energy. You're talking about my childhood right now? You have, and you're from the US. I thought it was a Canadian-only show. Maybe it was, like, produced in Canada, but made its way to the US? I honestly have no idea. Okay. I wish I hadn't organized this chest, actually, because now things are all kind of mishmashed in here. But that's fine. This will go not in here, because it goes actually with our inventory. Okay. Heard of it, but never seen it. I mean, it's not like a crazy good show, but it's definitely one of those shows that sticks in my brain. All right, just put the last few in here just so we have it all ready. All right, 12 p.m. Do you think we can get some more Winter Forage done? I think we can. I could do some more Winter Forage. Where did I put my pickaxe and stuff, though? Right there, okay. I think we can sneak in a little bit of Winter Forage here. I don't know if we'll get the full pattern done today, but might as well give it a try. Argon is hooked. I mean, I was already hooked on the idea of Winter Forage, but now the fact that I can get a Winter Forage day done so much quicker, instead of having to commit like the actual whole day to it, it makes it a much more appealing alternative. You grew up on anime? Like Heidi? I don't believe I ever watched an anime as a kid. And you might be like, well, what about Pokemon? Nope. I don't think I've ever seen an episode, despite loving the games. I don't think I've ever seen an episode of the Pokemon cartoon slash anime slash whatever you want to call it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Are we going to top 5 mil today? I think we'll break 5 mil easy. And honestly, I'm shooting for 6 mil. It's a lofty goal, but I think we're going to get within striking distance at the very least. Am I optimistic enough to just say that we're going to hit 6 mil, no questions asked? Yes. Aim high, and if you get disappointed, then just let it run like water off a duck's back. Water off Dubnium's back. Locking in your guess at 6.1 mil. Alyssa, that is a lofty prospect. I hope I can live up to expectations. I'm going to farm as much Winter Forage as I can here. Pinch every possible penny. Except for the one who's living in town. That would be weird. Don't pinch without consent. Oh, have a good one there, Steph. Thanks for hanging out, and thank you for your lovely intel, of course. Take care. No questions asked was very much a question. No, it was... Wait. Did I mess that up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, this is just a retail. I thought it hit 9, so I was confused for a second there. Okay, we're fine though. 5, 6, 7, 8. You can say something in a questioning manner without it being a question. Like, you just have like a little inflection at the end of any sentence. It is actually one of my pet peeves when you like say something as a question without it being a question. And the most prevalent time where that comes up is like when people use the word maybe. Because anything that starts with maybe is usually not a question, but people will tend to phrase it like a question. Like, maybe we could go get some dinner tonight? You're posing a hypothetical, you're not actually asking a question. You're like saying, maybe we could go get some dinner tonight. But like the underlying tone of the conversation is like you're asking them if they want to go out and get dinner tonight. But instead of saying that, you say maybe because it's, I don't know, it rolls off the tongue better, I guess. Rhetorical questions. It's not even a rhetorical question, though. It's just, like, wrong. At least in the grammatical sense. In, like, a colloquial conversational sense, who really cares? But grammatically, if you're writing it down especially. Is that 10? This is 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Always encourage direct communication in our house. I am on board for that. Like, I feel like most of the time, if you, like, obviously, if you don't have a firm understanding of grammatical nonsense, or even, like, a basic understanding, that's, like, one thing. But if you know it and you just, like, don't follow it because it's, like, you're of the mind that it doesn't really matter. In some contexts, you're probably right, it doesn't matter, but I feel like I would just use it in all contexts anyways, use as much proper grammar and spelling and all that stuff as I can. Oh, I forgot to bring food. Shoot. Hold on. Quick pit stop at the saloon. I think people ask fake questions, then they feel like they might be turned down, or they're afraid of a direct question for some reason. I think you hit the nail on the head, actually. Alright, I'm gonna buy 2 salads. Eat the forage. That's money, though. Does it make sense to go spend money instead of eating money? Maybe, but I would have eaten more in winter forage produce than I spent on those salads, I think, in order to recover the energy I wanted. If I say maybe we could go out for dinner tonight, it's because I want my wife to say we should do it, and I'm inceptioning the idea into her head, so it's her fault. Leap a lot with the galaxy brain plays. I can respect it. Money is my favorite dish. Isn't it illegal to eat money? Because it's like it's like illegal to like destroy money, and if you eat it, you're by definition destroying it. I don't know what you would be charged with necessarily, like what kind of jail time you're looking at if you chomp down if you like swallow a bunch of toonies or something like that. It's probably not worth the risk. Salads may be more energy per gold. Only Beatrix is in year 11 still resorting to salads from the saloon for energy, by the way. That's usually like a great default like starting food for energy because it's like the best bang for your buck at the saloon as far as energy per money. But usually by year 11 you've probably outgrown that. Although maybe not, because like usually by year 11, it's a very small percentage of people that have made it to year 11, I want to say. Because like you're probably mostly most often done whatever you're planning on doing in Stardew by year 11. By year 11, you're usually not winter foraging also. Maybe you're not. Your longest save was maybe 7 years. I don't know when or if I'm gonna have a save that goes longer than the price of perfection, but it's a high benchmark to beat for sure. 111 years. I'm in the top 0.1%, I think, with my Stardew year count. I'm not gonna say I'm number one because I'm probably not, but definitely, you know, I can't be that far off, right? All right. Winter forage collected. Produce from the animals also in our chests now. I think we are officially good to go. I think we're good to lock in the day, and then tomorrow we get to see how much money we've made. Are you guys ready? Payday has arrived. Let's go ahead. We can get a little bit more stuff. We can squeeze out a few more pennies here with some mushrooms and some cheese. We can do a little bit more here. Sell day has arrived. You get some Argon Greed in chat. Argon Greed and Argon Gold. Both are acceptable. Alright. Today, it's not anything special as far as like fruit trees or anything. I will go collect the mushrooms. No reason not to. No reason Zatu either. Ooh, we got a... Hold on. Quick supply crate run. Excuse me? Ooh, banana pudding. I'll take it. Alright, and now we basically... I think all I should do at this point is just throw seeds into the seed maker until Pierre is open. And then we start our runs. It's the most wonderful day of the stream. It's too early for Christmas carols, I'm sorry. Although I can't really say that, because every so often I'll be like... There's one Christmas song, one holiday song in general that just gets in my, like, ears. It's an earworm that I have, like, and it happens to me year-round. I'll just start randomly singing it. And it's the Noel song. I don't know actually what it's called, but it's Noel, 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 Noel. Born is the King of Israel. The first Noel. Something about that melody just sticks in my brain. I don't know, it's so good. Ooh, we got another diamond. Looking like a diamond in the rough. You like Carol of the Bells? That's probably my favorite Christmas song, honestly. And it doesn't even have any lyrics. It's just such a powerful melody. Dun da da dun dun da da dun dun da da dun dun da da dun. Alright. Pierre's about to open. Let's get all of our ducks in a row, shall we? Let's go ahead and put this, and we're keeping these because they're going to be sold. Alright. Ducks in a row in chat, please. Ducks in a row. Let's go ahead and start. Let's get all our shippables here. Everything we can ship. So we can ship diamonds. This goat milk is staying because we're making it into cheese. We can ship. We can't ship beer. We can ship red mushrooms. Isn't there normally more I can ship here? We got fall seeds, of course. There's dinosaur eggs I know I can ship. Boom, boom, boom. I'm just gonna move these up to the other chests so I don't, like, forget about them. There wasn't anything else in here, was there? No. Okay. Alright, diamonds. For some reason, I feel like I'm missing something that's shippable here. But I don't think I actually am. I think we're good. Did I have any other shippables in my other places of interest? No. Alright, perfect. Go ahead and ship it all. Milk. Milk we can't ship because we haven't had the goal to sell milk yet. So it's, that's why we have to run to Pierre to sell most of this stuff, because we're not allowed to ship it directly, since they'll add that to our shipping collection, which we're not allowed to do until we get the goal for it. Alright. Grab these, and then just start going to town on the rest of this stuff. I think everything else in here is sellable, right? Yeah. Okay, start with that. Real quick. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Alright. Here we go. First run of the day. It's gonna be a big one. We got a lot of iridium milk on the way out here. Let's see what kind of profits we can make off this. This should push us over 5 million on its own, I think. And from there, we got quite a ways to climb. We still have a lot of ancient fruit and a lot of other stuff to fall back on, though, so let's see. The goat cheese is also pretty huge. Clean, almost 5.2 million here, not bad. Okay, so I think that was what? That was like 300,000 right there? Maybe it was only 200,000. I'm forgetting where we actually began. Either way, lots of money. Good amount of money to start with. 5.1 million cleared easy. We're officially over halfway to the gold clock. That is a huge milestone, but don't let it stop now. Also, more goat cheese, please. All right. The ancient fruit, that's going to be big. It's going to be big, chonky numbers with the ancient fruit today. We haven't even hit the winter forage, I don't think, yet, have we? Started at 4.872 million. Thank you, Benny, for the reminder. Ooh, white rabbit. That's a lucky rabbit right there. I think that means we're gonna make it today. 6 million incoming. Let's just sell all of this. Sell all of this. Just work around the ancient fruit. Ooh, baby. Legend! 10 million in total earnings! Holy! Almost 5.6 million. Wait, we can buy a sombrero! We can buy a sombrero at the Hat Mouse. That's big. Total earnings have officially crested 10 million. Look at that. That doesn't even seem real. 8 digits. Get that bag. Spam your money bag emotes. Spam your Argon greed. Because we haven't even touched our winter forage yet. Oh my goodness. Okay, alright. We got this chest here as well. Holy moly. Alright. We'll have one more run in us after this. Maybe even 2 more runs, depending on how much we got here. The greed. The greed. We've demonstrated we can make 10 million. We've officially made enough for a gold clock. It's just we've spent, like... That's crazy. We've spent, like, that much money out of our total earnings. Alright. Send it. Save the winter forge, because that's going to be the big numbers right there. Winter forge. We worked hard for those ones. That was like 100k right there, purely off the winter forge, I think. 5.8 mil. 6 mil is so close. It's so close, but I don't think we have it. I think we've used all of our big money makers. I've made 1 mil today. All right, we do still have a lot of iridium quality eggs right there. That's pretty decent. All right, some goat milk, some regular milk. We got iridium wool right here. The duck feathers, we just have some duck feathers and some feet to sell after this. I think that's everything that's out of here. Okay. If I could make 1 mil every stream. I mean, we are making more and more every stream, it seems like, especially as our fruit gets better. Eat large egg? Just eat it whole right in front of Pierre? That would be kind of awkward. 5.869 mil. I think we have officially crested, like, over 1 million sold today. Because I think if Benny was right, we started at, like, 4.82 mil. So we made over 1 million today. But we're not going to quite hit the 6 million. That's it right there. That's, I believe, all of our saleable goods. Although we haven't seen what we will get from shipping today yet. We haven't seen what we're going to get from shipping. Shipping is always the wild card you got to account for, yeah. Almost 5.9 million. Will we break 5.9 million with our shipped goods? Can we make it? Was it worth it? Could Winter Forage till today for a last-minute sell? We could get like a little bit of Winter Forage in. We'd have to stop at like 5 p.m. because we have to sell it all directly to Pierre. So probably not worth the time investment. Get all my stuff back out here. Boom, like that. Is there anything else? Any other ancillary goods I can use to try and push us a little further here? The banana pudding, you know what? I'm probably not going to use this. I've got a few of these. I can ship these because they are not part of the shipping collection, obviously. We need an optimism emote. Is there anything else? Iridium bar? Do I have an iridium bar? I don't know necessarily. I mean, I probably want to keep at least a little bit of iridium around. I mean, we got 1 iridium bar. This prismatic shard. We could sell this prismatic shard. Are we holding on to this prismatic shard for any particular purpose? I mean, we're going to need them in the future eventually, I think, for weapons and stuff. At least to make 1 like iridium, or not for like enchanting and stuff. Don't sell anything I'll regret. Not worth selling this. All right, fair enough. We'll hold on to the prismatic shard. All right, I think we're just gonna go ahead and lock it in then. Lock it in. Lock it, sock it, put it in your pocket. We got a few more saleable goods. Will we hit 5.9 million? We need to get at least 17,000. Roughly 17,000 tonight to break 5.9. Can we make it, please? Fingers crossed. Here we go. 17 grand. 17 grand. Easy. Not even a question. 26.8. Look at that. And there we are, $5,910,089. Just shy of that 6 million. Holy. We are almost 60% of the way to our gold clock dreams. I can't believe it. It's real. I mean, we've officially crested that halfway point, and now it feels more real than it ever has before. Absolutely insanity. Our profit for today is officially $1,037,411. Thank you, Picasso, for doing the math on that one. We have done more than we still need to do. That's a great way to look at it. We're on the downhill now. 4 or 5 more streams till golden clock. If we can really push ourselves, let's see. Do you think if we continue making 1 million per stream, so we'd need basically 4 million more, so like 4 more streams. If I really push and do a little bit longer streams, we might be able to do it in like 3 streams. There's a chance. There's a chance we see this through, because if I do 3 streams next week, we could see the gold clock by Friday. Finish this before August ends. Wake me up before September ends. If we sleep a whole lot. We have golden bananas. We must have iridium peaches and pomegranates on the horizon. I think they'll start appearing next fall. I think they're like towards the end of fall is when those start changing. Either way, I'm excited for the prospects of the gold clock. We are well on our way, obviously. And we have a lot more tools at our disposal than we used to, and we're going to use them. We just get better and better at using them every stream. I think we're going to get there pretty soon. For now, though, I'm going to go ahead and get the heck out of here. Thank you all for a lovely gold clock extravaganza. Well, I don't want to call it an extravaganza just yet. I mean, we gotta save those big words for when we actually do the deed, purchase the clock itself. Either way, thank you all so much for the generosity today. It was amazing support. Love to see it. I hope you all have a wonderful, fantastic weekend. Be good to one another. Be good to yourselves. I'm going to send you off with the usual fan art compilation, and I will see you all probably on Monday or Tuesday for the continuation of this gold clock hype train. Enjoy the weekend, everybody. This is Argon Matrix signing on out. Thank you, and have a great night. Bye-bye.